Need to close this
And
live right
we are live!
No, we're not.
I'd rather be
And
evil.
we are live! Oh shit, nope. Now I can hear
No, we're
myself on
not.
Twitch. Oh god. Let me mute that
Oh, no.
before things get
now.
fucking...
We
I
are
would rather-
live! We
No, I
are
want-
live!
I want to
Yeah,
be
right.
undead.
I already had that happen, fucking,
I want to play that game. What's it called? Live Evil?
Monopoly?
That sounds about right. Also, I just realized, how can I forget about the most important thing?
I keep forgetting
Before
I'm
we start the
overrun
session.
by uncultured swine.
Yeah, I'm the most uncultured swine.
Oh, Red Mouse Sinatra.
What?
Ah,
What?
Dead House Frittata?
Where did that come
Dead
from?
House Frittata.
We are not sponsored by them. Stop
Double
pretending
cheese
that you were
fajita?
distortion devil.
Spread grouse lambada. Anyway, dice.
Big Pizzeria?
Dead House Sonata.
Yeah, we're not sponsored by Dead House Sonata. Actually, out of all the fucking times that Distortion Devil has advertised for that, I have never actually checked it out.
I hear.
So,
I
I'm
hear
pretty sure he never was sponsored by them.
Nope.
He just
Yeah, back.
believed in what they were doing.
Yeah, because he's a fucking Chad.
I think no, didn't he? Wasn't he like a beta tester for the game, and that's why he was
He was a
doing it?
beta. So he was a beta tester, and I believe he has a voice in the game. But that was
Yeah, like,
after.
he never got any money for it. He never was sponsored, like, you know.
Yeah, I mean that's what
Yeah.
they. I mean that's what they did with Die Hard Dice before they actually sponsored them.
Yeah.
He did the same thing with Die Hard Dice before he actually got a voice acting job.
Yeah.
If I recall.
I was about to say, let's not.
But-
I was gonna say, I don't know how I feel about it. It's like joke advertising for a fucking company.
Yes,
Anyway,
yes, please, we're not doing that because I'm pretty sure there's some FCC violations that might have happened at one point.
oh boy. Anyways, eeny, meeny, miny.
No?
Pick a color.
You're not supposed to
orange.
say that you're sponsored when you're not sponsored.
Right. Anyway, B.
We
Pick a
aren't.
color.
Orange.
Oh, orange. I have brown. Will that suffice?
No.
Okay. I have yellow. Will that suffice?
No.
Okay, I have red. Will that suffice?
White.
Okay, white it is. Let's get the sugar dice.
The only red that will suffice is if it's the classic translucent dice.
Or the blood of our
Oh.
enemies.
The
That's-
blood of our the blood of our employees.
Oh, I like
Employees,
that.
enemies.
You do realize how fast the blood of our enemies dice rust because it's made out of iron, right?
Specifically cold iron.
I mean, hey,
Oh,
if we take all that blood to the circus, it'll then turn into a carnival of rust.
Ah.
Anyway.
I mean, I have plans for that fucking carnival and how I'm going to disconnect it from my mind.
Have fun! Anyway, speaking of beating the shit out of people, Mono, pick a color.
Microwave radiation.
Green.
That's
we're
not
going
a visible color on the spectrum.
If we're going with radiation, guess we're going with green.
Yeah.
Because
Hold up.
that's cartoon radiation.
Yeah,
Well-
let's go Fallout.
Well, technically, that's more radium
I've-
that actually does that. Like,
Well, like
stereotypical.
Actual radiation, if we actually look at the color of plasma, is usually reds, purples, and yellows.
Yeah, but Fallout's cool.
Yeah, Fallout's green. Go green.
Yeah, Fallout Green, great series.
In this world, it's green.
Also, green.
Fuck you,
We
overrule.
shall be starting in just a moment. Fingers crossed. Once I actually get all the fucking dice. But yeah. Actually, you know what? As I'm doing this, because I don't think there's anything else. Oh, actually, that's one thing I need to do. Advertise that we're live.
Oh, right.
Before I-
I'm not
sorry,
I'm not
before
advertising
we
for you today.
Do we want to verbally interview our gods before or after I beat the shit out of them?
It would be funny if we did it
That
after.
was during.
Yeah.
It's doing. We're just asking them questions.
So you have any
while I
hobbies?
fight them.
Ah, fuck!
So it says here that you were a combat in the guard as he's getting pummeled to death by Gal.
Yes,
Getting
sir.
beaten to a pulp.
Fucking curb stomped.
Jesus.
Their fucking cheeks are swollen.
Please don't kill your fucking employees.
I won't.
Too late.
I'll just hurt them a lot.
God.
Too late. The
Remember,
first one
if Gal was going to kill them, he wouldn't be using his boots.
Your boots are made of knives! Well, no, they have. Well, technically, no, they don't have knives. They have cleats on the bottom.
Yes, but the sword is more efficient for murder.
True. True. But also.
I have to switch temporarily, unfortunately,
Okay.
because I need to go downstairs to my grandmother's computer to log in.
I say, yes, don't worry, Kara. You have missed absolutely nothing. Just been
Because
fucking.
Meals on Wheels is
Oh,
Meals on Wheels is coming today, apparently.
Ah, I see. Gotcha. All right. So, I suppose in that case, as I'm cleaning up the rest of the dice, on my end, I suppose I should ask the question: is everyone ready to play some Dungeons and/or Dragons?
Houses and himbos.
Dungeons and Dragons!
Say that. You say that every time.
Yes.
Durgans and Durgans.
You know, you could just say no. No kidding.
Dragons and Dumbos.
Dragons
Doggies
and
and
Dumbos?
Dumbos.
Dungeons and dipshits.
Durgans and Dumbos. I don't know what the fuck is happening.
Oh,
Anyway.
dang, Twiddledum.
Kobolds and Colossus. Colossi.
Okay, that's slightly better. Anyway.
Kobolds and Capitol buildings.
What? Sure.
Why?
Anyway. As we transition. Oop, I did not do that in that Discord, because that's not the one with the music bot. Boop. There we go. So. What does everyone recall happened last session that they feel is important to note?
We did some interviews.
Yeah!
We didn't completely traumatize our employees, so that's a success.
Dasher got his heart
Yeah.
stolen.
Yeah, as much as I.
Hey,
I
wait a
didn't
minute, you two?
As much as I didn't intend for. Oh, goddamn it.
By Curry.
Yeah, I can't. I swear this is just becoming a recurring thing. That people just kind of shrimp for my NPCs. Like.
You know, that
Like,
kind of sounds like a you problem.
Well, like, I don't.
I'm
do
not
this
the one.
intentionally.
I'm not the one shrimping. I'm playing into my character.
I mean, no. Like, again, I totally get it. Like, you know, from Dasher's perspective, but there's always at least. Well, I guess to be fair, Don Heen was technically the first one with Striking Cold Iron that people really started to, you know.
So, I'm gonna be perfectly honest. Donheim was more lust than anything else.
Yeah. Again, shrimping.
Cheap dish.
Oh, yeah,
Meanwhile-
that's actually a good point. Yeah, her too.
Meanwhile, our soon-to-be new chef is not lust.
It's love. I mean, hey,
But-
they say that the key to a person's heart is their stomach. So I mean,
Indeed.
That's
And
literally
running as
Dasher.
fast as
Sad.
possible.
There was the most important thing that happened last week.
that was.
We got the gnome!
Yay!
Oh yes, you end up hiring a gnome. To be your resident broker.
Hell
Hell yeah.
There's
Yeah.
something even more important that happened.
Use a gun.
Nox's
Music.
carpet got replaced.
Yeah!
Yes, indeed, it has since been replaced. Surprisingly quickly.
The carpet got replaced, and I assume Typhoon is currently in the middle of moving out. After
Yeah,
moving
probably. They're just basically just piling up just a thing of books on their back to just slither over to the to Nox's room.
Nice.
Like, nope, fuck this, not again. Not enough. No, it's been five years too
Nope,
long.
not doing this. Fuck this. I'm going over to Nox's room. If anyone wants to find me.
Yay!
I mean, hey, so she can divvy up the books between Nox's room and Kumal's room because of the little familiar hole.
Yeah. Okay. Well, the familiar hole hasn't been installed yet.
This
Well,
is not.
when it happens.
I don't like the familiar hole as a word, please.
I mean, it is quite
It's a
familiar.
familiar hole.
Don't
It's
like it. Don't
It's a
like
hole
it.
that's familiar. What's there to
It's a
say?
hatch. It's a
No.
hatch. It's a sliding hatch.
Call it what
Well,
it
would
is.
you rather me call it the buddy hole? Because that's arguably worse.
I mean, it's
Call it what
basically
it
a
is.
doggy door.
Worse.
If we really
It's
want
a
to get
familiar
technical.
door.
We're keeping hole in the name.
It's the
Just so you know.
It's
the whole
doggy
door. It's the
It's
door hole.
Hole
basically a
door.
doggy door. It's no. Anyways, back to
Hold the door.
recapping.
Hodor.
Never actually saw Game of Thrones.
Neither did I. I actually kind of hate how it ended.
Yeah, I don't know. I may or may not get into it if I don't know if I will. Anyways, D&D interviews. You guys got stuff and things.
And things
So
and
far-
stuff.
Meta magic.
Yeah, because the cleric in the party has meta magic for some reason. It's weird.
Don't ask
Um,
questions.
Yeah, don't ask questions.
You know,
you gotta
that's-
prepare
I
the
try
answers
not to.
But nonetheless, yeah. So far, we've hammered down that people are wanting to hire. I believe it was. Oh my god, brain names. Yeah. So far, we wanted to hire Alaris and was it Grievous? No. It was. Wait. Who were? I'm trying to remember who the hell the two maids were. It was either going to be Alaris and Roderick or
Roderick.
Alaris and Grievous. Oh, it was Roderick.
It was
Alaris and
Iris and Roderick, but we really want to, like, if we can get the chance to have Grievous come back.
Oh yeah, and also there was going to be a very slight retcon because there was interest in people wanting to interview Eni, which we'll probably do quickly, and then reassess the maids and then go into.
Wait, where are my straws?
Pretty much
No.
tell both
No.
of them, like, hey, we like you. Come back later.
Good, fair enough.
We'll
For the
send
chef,
you a
so I mean
postcard.
it's pretty much been a landslide for Kurok, the Knoll, and then
Honestly,
for-
I really think we should actually try and keep in touch with Grievous outside of like just like if they come back.
You just give them a letter. Just call me. No. And then for of course the broker.
I mean, that's essentially what it is.
Yeah. And then for the broker, of course, leading into Zaranara, the gnome lady.
I also gave enhance ability on Gal.
I believe you
Now I
went
can
with,
break.
was it
things.
Bull's strength?
Yep.
Gotcha. Good to know. So if there's ever any wrestling, that'll be quite an interesting time. And or boxing. But anyway. So is there?
Sharon's
anything
gonna watch.
That's fair. Is there anything else that the party recalls that they feel is important?
Nox jumped out a window.
Uh,
Or off the
yeah.
balcony, I guess.
Dasher is
Could
making
happen.
popcorn for
Oh, yeah.
the actual fight
Of course.
that is to occur.
Gotta get the snacks.
Of course.
Nice. So, I suppose then without further ado, we can start. If I can
Map
actually.
issues.
Yeah, you'll be fine. I'm trying to find the usual music.
Bang, 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 bang.
Banana phone.
Good lord. Are you ready, nature?
Oi.
I'll take that as a maybe.
Hang on. Dude.
Hanging on.
Oh, actually, before we also get too deep into things, we should probably also assess the inspiration. So, first and foremost... Wait, I got a 3, so Kumal gets a point of inspiration.
Oh my god, stop.
Are you full
Leave
again,
me
Kamal?
alone.
This is the dice, man. I don't know what to fucking tell you.
Are you full
Have-
again, Kumal?
I
Watch,
don't-
it's gonna
I
be
never,
Nox
no,
next.
I just get full. I've never been full.
Oh, so now you have 3, along with your
Yeah.
old birthday net 20.
Yeah.
So you have
Recycling.
2 crits.
Technically.
Mhm.
And then next up we have a 5. So Mono, or Gal gets a point of inspiration.
I'm also at 3.
God damn, okay.
Yeah,
You're maxed
it's been
out, or
missing
you
me
just got
this
to 3?
entire
I
time.
just got to 3.
Okay.
I'll be real with you, Chief. I haven't gotten shit.
Just give mine to
I keep
Keen. I'd
on-
rather have that, honestly.
I keep on spending mine to get the 3.
After this, if you have 3, and if you get any more, you can transfer it to other people. You can choose.
May I have it?
The Geonids taught me we need to save those fuckers.
I'd honestly rather just give the one I have to Keen,
Awesome. Can I?
if that's allowed.
Sure.
Okay.
Awesome.
I'll allow it.
I'll use it wisely.
He's knocking normally, but with both strength, it makes it significantly harder.
Yeah, instead of just, it's more of a.
Oh god! What? What?
I
What?
require your
Hello?
expertise in making things.
Go to Farron. What? What do you want?
I need something to break.
Oh, okay. Anything specific?
I don't know, something like a chair or some shit. I don't fucking know.
Tell you what, I got something for you. Just gonna do the creation, and he's going to make a glass baton.
Alright, you got a glass
Just
stick.
go have fun.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Nevena is just kind of like laying like back on the bed, just belly up, just.
Me too.
Just full of food.
There.
We overfed
it's-
her.
Yeah, they just kind of you just kind of pat Nevena's belly. and it's just-
Where are you going?
Off the balcony.
I see.
Garbage disposal. Operation Garbage Disposal was a success.
A critical success. Okay, so, I suppose before we get into the guards, real quick, suppose we could do we could kind of dial things back into a quick interview for Eni, and finish up the maids before going on to the guards, so that we can get all that squared away. If that's okay with everyone, of course.
I don't have my
We have time
questions
for
with
Amy?
me.
Oh no!
I
Well,
am
we'll do
a
it.
master of improvisation.
We'll do it live. This is fine. So, nonetheless, as the parties, whoever was interested,
Blue balled again!
Nice. I believe it was Kumo, Farron, and it was Kumo, Gal, and Kumo was with the brokers originally. So it was Gal, Farron, and Nox. I think was all of the main interviewers. Though of course, if Kumo would be interested, whoever else, it's up to them. Somewhat freeform. But nonetheless, after assessing through the lists again and like, oh shit, we forgot someone. And after calling out for Eni, we'll then see coming forward this sort of bit of a hunched over, older-ish, kind of looking turtle gentleman, seeing this individual.
Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Is that the fabled legendary Turtle Dragonborn?
What? No, excuse me. Hello there. I do believe, I presume you're the folks who are the owners of this grassroots establishment.
Yes.
Splendid.
Sorry.
Yeah. And he just kind of like is, kind of looking around. Are we just doing the interviews at this point, still in like the courtyard?
I would have gone back up to the balcony, but I can't move my token from my iPad.
Oh, okay, fair enough. All right, in that case, we'll be just going back over to the. I think I can move. I can move Nox. Give me a sec.
Racing through time and space.
I'm
Mhm.
just here to chill.
That's fair. As Eni just kind of like leans over and just kind of slowly takes a seat down in like the kind of like rocking chair. So last from what I've seen, it seems we have some of the more scholarly types with us. And they're looking over towards and kind of just giving a nod to Kumal.
Yeah. Turn it.
What was that?
And so just return the nod.
Ah, fair enough. I
Is this
suppose before we
true?
get too deep into pleasantries, I presume you have questions for me.
Yes, Eni, tell us about yourself.
Well, there's a lot to go over, I suppose. Though I suppose to give a bit of a brief summary. I've been a assistant, if you will, for a multitude of different scholars, researchers, a lot of spell slingers, if you want to put it that way. Throughout the years, alchemists. I've also worked under, cleaning up a variety of alchemical and magical messes, and making sure that things that end up getting released in the room tend to stay there, and ensuring they don't get loose out the windows or out the doorway. So I've seen a quite fair share of interesting experiments in my youth and younger days. So it takes quite a lot to faze me, to be honest with you.
Interesting. What makes you apply for the maid position here, then?
Well, I'm quite used to cleaning spills and messes. Those are the mundane variety, or of course, compared to magical, not really too much of a problem. And also, of course, this being out on the frontier, there's no doubt to be finding plenty of stories, and especially considering it seems we have a few the intellectuals here, and hearing some of their research and teachings would be quite fascinating. And well, might as well get to be a bit more of a. I did put retiring in a manner of speaking, but I think a more just relaxing job, earning some coin here, while I can just so happen to listen in on some of the wild experiments and stories that people are finding the way out here.
I see. Now, what kind of questions do you have?
In terms of defending yourself, how capable are you?
Well, as much as I haven't dabbled egregiously, though I am at least somewhat capable of magic myself from the odds and ends that I've picked up from various sources now and again. I can at least use prestidigitation to help clean up some of the more stickier messes, should that need be around the place. As for combat, it's been a bit of a while and a bit rusty pulling out some of the old defense spells, though I'm sure these old bones should be able to rile up something. Outside of that, there's of course nothing that good old walking stick, gesturing to the quarterstaff to the side, can't do to give some of the younger whippersnappers a bit of a whapping.
Understood.
How well do you deal with emergencies?
Well, what kind?
Fires and the like.
Fires.
Oh, that's...
Fires. Rowdy customers.
Lots of fires.
I remember having to put out fires every other Tuesday with some of the people I worked under, especially some of their apprentices trying to train. Fires, whether magical or otherwise, that's paltry, to be honest with you. Nothing this old dog isn't used to.
Hmm.
Good are you with animals?
Oh, I have worked with a variety of familiars throughout the years, and taken care of their cages on occasion, and whatnot. As long as they aren't particularly ornery, which I've run into a handful throughout my years. They only like their master. They never liked anyone else, especially the one with the parrot. He just kind of gives a bit of a egregious look, just a bit of a grim look. But nonetheless, as long as they aren't too aggressive, I should be able to handle myself. Plus, if nothing else, I do have a bit of a natural protection. Just kind of gesturing, just dunk, dunk, knocking on his shell.
Also understood.
I have no further questions.
Is there anything in your past that could put this center in danger if you were to be hired here?
Danger? Unless there's any sort of low-blowing, particularly spiteful, enemies or rivals of some of the wizards and whatnot I worked under that are trying to get some form of satisfaction, though I haven't even worked with those folks in years. But outside of that, I don't tend to make many enemies. Too much
Insight
effort.
check.
I was about to say, what the fuck? Inside check, please.
Sure.
I'll give you an assist.
Yeah, he seems fairly he doesn't seem to be like holding back or lying or anything. He's just like I mean I used to work with, like it seems more like he remembers from experience like ages ago, basically like, oh, stuff like that has happened in the past, but it's been fucking decades or like fucking years at this point. Yeah, like he seems fairly lackadaisical of like, well, I've survived this long, but like he's basically doubtful, anything would really come of anything.
I see. Do
Making
you have any
enemies is too
questions
much
for
effort.
us? Beanie.
Well, without going, of course, I don't want to leave you folks all day with other people to attend to downstairs, but I'm a bit curious about what sort of investigations or discoveries that you're going into recently. That's what you can say, of course, whatever studies. I'm sure you at least have something. Looking over to Kumal. What is your school of research?
Conjuration specifically, looking at interplanar theory.
Oh, another one of those folks, I see. Alright. Well, you're not the only one I've worked under that's tried to dip their toes in those sorts of waters. At least, first one I've hopefully you'll be the first that hasn't lost them. As he just kind of gives a soft smile.
He kind of like, Farron just wants a insight check on that, but he knows that it's just very friendly.
Yeah, no, he very much, he does have a bit of a, he's old and also kind of has a bit of a, seemingly a bit of a darker sense of humor. Like, he's seen some shit, and like, he isn't really fazed by much anymore.
I love him. It's me, but slow.
He just kind of gives a nod. Well, whatever's floating about downstairs smells delicious. Might have to, unless there's anything else further ado.
I don't have any further questions at this time.
Splendid. Well, hope you folks consider, and if nothing else, even if I don't get tired, I would love to at least have a pen pal amongst you folks, especially having someone out here on the frontier. But I'll leave you folks to it. Well, and he just, grabs his walking stick again and starts making his way back down.
I want him.
I move to the
I
side.
want him.
Yeah. But for where?
Alright,
I
so
don't
now that leaves all of the maids.
Traitors, a lot of you.
Does anyone want to make any addendums to their decisions or interests for the maids?
I very much want to hire him privately. But don't know the credit conversion to like gold. If there even is
to
one.
like just like basically below below the desk.
Not
hire
below,
him.
that's just personal.
Oh yeah.
The credit conversion is something you cannot afford.
Gold,
Oh.
technically, it's about 100 gold for. Oh no, it's 10 gold for 1 credit. That's the rough conversion rate.
Oh, he's an
Oh, that's
expensive
cheap.
man's.
Plus,
Is that
also
like a month,
nonetheless,
too?
he said he practiced magic, so presumably, I'll say with the insight checks from earlier. While he is at a very high level, you presume he's a wizard of some kind.
Yeah. Is that like, so 10 credits, 1,000 gold? Is that like a month?
Oh no, it's 10 gold per 1 credit. It's a 10 to 1 ratio.
Okay, so 100. Is that still like a monthly thing?
Well, the credits are basic like for hiring the individual. That's basically to hire him that's to hire the individual for the foreseeable future at this job, at this position.
So I'd have to negotiate a salary. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough. We will deal with that at a not now time.
Yeah. Nonetheless, does anyone want to change their decisions? Would anyone want to switch out Roderick for Eni, or are we sticking with what we got?
I'd say we stick with what we got, personally.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like Eni seems like a kind fellow, but Roderick seems more like, all right, I can actually do this work.
Fair enough.
Like, oh fuck, another bar fight. All right, get out of here, the fucking lot of yes.
Fair enough. So, I suppose then, nonetheless, without further ado, now we can move on back over to the courtyard for the guards. Also move Nox over as well.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Nox rolls off the balcony again.
Yeah.
That does the same.
The best part is I have a window seat, so I don't even need to go downstairs.
Yeah, you're just looking down from afar.
Huh.
This is, imagine, perfect timing as, you know what? You know what, Dasher? Cooking tool utensils check. Oh,
That was a 19.
Oh, that was a 19 for Boar. I didn't even know this. Yeah. Yeah. It's unfortunately
It's buttered popcorn.
Yeah, you technically do have access to animal fat out here, so you would be able to actually butter the popcorn, and whatever spices and whatnot you wanted to add to the bucket before making your way out.
Unfortunately,
No,
I
not
don't
again.
think we have. Unfortunately, I don't think we have chocolate, so I can't make zebra popcorn.
Yeah, you do not have chocolate, unfortunately. No.
Sag.
I have coffee, which is more important.
Yeah.
You know what? We're making. I made kennel corn. I'm come out with a huge bucket of kennel corn.
Yeah, you're basically carrying out in like the both oven mitts, like basically the fucking like cast iron pot just filled with fucking kettle corn. And yeah, so I suppose in that case, now I'm trying to recall. I believe you brought out all of the different guards interviewees, other than the one.
All right, who the fuck am I gonna give my weapons to?
Yeah,
Eeny, meeny, miny, Farron, you get all my weapons.
Oh, the fuck?
Congratulations.
Farron is now
Also, apparently I thought the
underneath a pile of weapons.
Yeah. All right, good lad. All right. And to top it all off, after giving Farron all of his weapons, he's just gonna gently place his coat on top of him.
Hilarious.
Alright, send that shit to the side.
Alright,
So that is about
like 50 pounds. Oh.
about 30 pounds worth of weaponry.
Yeah, all of a sudden, it's like, alright, Farron, take this, and you just give it like a big old heap of metal, and sharp implements.
Oi, Bird, get away from the popcorn. Oi.
Yeah, you can see, Akra was trying to peck at it like food before like, shit, and they just kind of fly off over onto the top. Oop, just fly over onto the top of the well.
Behind these crates, this is where I'm gonna put the pile in, because I'm not willing to carry through this entire interview.
Fair enough. You just I just imagine you just kind of wrap it up in the coat and then just kind of lay it down on either in or on one of the crates.
I'm definitely behind. No, I'm just kidding. Definitely on top.
Nice. So, now I believe I recalled last time you wanted to bring out all of the guard interviewees at once.
Yeah.
Okay. So, to recap all of the individuals. First off, of course, we had Callie, who's the older dwarven woman, with a battle axe on her back, just kind of like idly walking out. She's still she still has the bowl of curry in her hands as she's just like trying to slurp some of it.
Yeah, that was 30 pounds worth of weaponry.
Nice. Yeah. And she just seems to be just kind of digging into, still eating like a bowl full of food, as she just is walking out and just kind of leans up against the wall. Tondeshi, the Falcon Kenku.
Looks so cool.
Also, just kind of arms at his sides. You can see he does have a longbow on his back, though he does also have a seems to be some kind of blade, similar in length to a almost like either a short sword or long sword, more long sword. Though it is a blade design that you haven't really seen before.
How long's the handle?
The handle?
Two hand or one hand?
It looks like it could be either or. Basically, it's versatile.
So it's a bastard sword.
Mm-hmm. Nonetheless, I'll say for the sake of this, roll a history check.
Could I roll perception on them to
Sure.
see what's on them both culturally?
That'd be more
I'm watching this.
investigation.
I'll do perception as well.
That'd be more investigation, probably looking at his person. For both Farron and in that case.
I'm definitely rolling guns. Investigation.
There we go. All right, so that's 20.
Soft 20.
Soft 20. Soft 2013. Looking at Tondeshi, it looks like he has a bit of a thicker overcoat. Looking at that's much more kind of like new Arcaster garb. Presumably to keep warm. While underneath that, it does seem to be more of look like this more traditional-ish. Still fairly plain, but still kind of like this darker blue. Kind of overshirt or wrapped up with a bit of a scarf underneath. Not a whole lot of insignias or heavily embroidery or anything. That fairly plain standard looking, though obviously clearly not new Arcaster fashion, outside of just the overcoat. The weapons, and of course looking at the sword at his side, with the 17 on the history check, that looks like a katana of some kind. Presumably brought it over from his homeland.
Okay.
Do I even know what a fucking katana is?
History check.
On it.
12.
Yeah.
You've heard
12.
stories. You've heard of blades like these. You don't really see a whole lot of them too often. But nonetheless. Yeah, he just seems to be just kind of standing at attention. Not back straight rigid, very super formal, but still, just kind of standing at least at attention, for the sake of whatever is going to be happening next. Hisashi has still been kept on the, kept outside.
We are outside.
All right, kept outside in the front of the building. Next up we had Alexandra Wilkinson. Younger-ish human woman, blonde hair, freckles, either freckles or sunspots on the cheeks and kind of on the collarbone. She currently seems to be wearing just kind of a plain male shirt. Plain male shirts, you know, like a thicker kind of padded pants. Somewhat lighter armor, lighter-ish, you know, in armor. Looks like he was either like a personal hand-me-down or handmade, effectively. And she also has looks like a shield, round shield on her back. Well, actually, round shield, and also at her hip looks to be also a longsword of some kind. And Flint has not been called out because fuck him.
Yeah, no, he ripped up his thing and went home.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah, basically after he mentioned that you weren't interested in interviewing him, he just tossed his papers on the ground and walked out. So, I suppose in that case you have your 3 guard interviewees standing at attention. Gal, what are you doing?
I'm going to step forward with this glass baton in my hands, and I'm going to say, "Alright, so, before we begin, we'll be having, each of you shall spar me. I, during this sparring, shall not use any hand-based weaponry, but feel free to come at me at full force."
Tondashi perks up. Are we to use our own weapons?
Yes, that is allowed.
Understood. And, then who of us shall go first? And, here, this Tondashi just looks over at, Callie. Callie, who's, like, still in the middle of eating her curry, just, like, mouth stuff like... Alexandra, just kind of looks over at Callie, just like, really, man? As she just kind of cracks both sides of the neck. I could take the first shot.
Alright.
Okay, so.
I'm gonna... And, in celebration of this, he's going to just smash the baton.
Alright, roll... We'll just say roll strength.
With advantage.
Mm-hmm.
A 21!
That's a 21! There's this loud... resonating, crash, as the glass rod just impacts with, the side of the well, we'll probably say. Yeah, as there's just, a spray of glass shards everywhere, before quickly dissipating into, a puff of arcane smoke. And as that happens, I keep wanting to say Esmeralda. Alexandra, just kind of, makes her way up, just seeing that, oh, Jesus. And just kind of, basically sidles up, next to you, basically kind of in front of you, and then just with her boot, just kind of, draws a line in the dirt. As she just sets out her sword and shield, just kind of setting it down, basically setting the swords down for basically going into kind of a sparring kind of stance. All right, so and without further ado, let's get into some dueling music.
Don't worry about hurting me. We have a cleric on stuff.
Good. Means things can get bloody. So, to recap just very quickly about how this is going to go down. Now to clarify, we're going into dueling. We're not necessarily going into, boxing or wrestling. This is still, weapons. Okay, perfect. So, For the sake of this, each round, both duelists will be making opposing weapon attacks of some kind, and whoever gets the higher roll will basically be able to get in one hit, or not necessarily one hit. Basically, be able to push them back. And if you fail to basically, we'll just call them clashes. If you fail 2 clashes in a row, you'll end up basically taking 1 hit. And you can take a number of hits equal to your con mod before you either gotta basically tap out or clock out.
Now, do these clashes escalate like the original rolls? If there's a draw.
Not necessarily, no.
Okay.
Yeah, this is just meant to be quick. This is meant to be fast paced. For the sake of this. So, suppose in that case, as Alexandra sidles up, longsword in one hand, shield in the other. But I suppose we can. Would you rather her take the first swing, or are you gonna be making the first move?
I will wait.
Okay.
For her to make the first move.
So, suppose in that case, shield up in one hand, just kind of looking you up and down a bit quizzically before she just kind of goes in for a thrust. She's going to make a longsword attack against you, while you can use a weapon attack in turn. I presume you're using your boots.
Yeah.
So that's basically going to be daggers.
Oh no, I already have the boot macro.
Of course you do. It's 23. Jesus. And then for them... Oh, actually, I need to check their mod, though I don't think that beats it. How do I get this? In the meantime. Where she got a 15, unfortunately. As she makes her opening, basically going into thrust, kind of putting her shield aside to see, you immediately, almost pirouette onto one foot to bicycle kick, and, try to sweep her in the head, and she just, oh shit! And she quickly, goes to basically parry the blow with her sword, and you using the momentum just kind of basically swivel around and push her back a couple of feet. She is now
Gal is definitely making full advantage of his tail for balance.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. All right, so she is back on the ropes. Make another clash. Natural 20. Oh god.
We'll get booted.
She also rolled a natural 20.
Oh my.
Holy.
So...
Who has the bigger modifier?
She gets a total of 25, technically.
A worthy opponent.
So... as you go in to go for another kick, basically aiming directly for the side of her head, she instinctively goes up, to basically hold up her shield to basically, clock against it. Not even looking, almost instinctively, basically seeing it in her peripheral vision. And as she, in turn, basically uses her boot to try to, push you back, she still manages to do so. However, unfortunately, not realizing the tail at first, she feels a sudden prick or a slash against her cheek as the spikes of your tail just barely manage to graze her for one hit. As she just, damn it! Fight better than I thought you would without any weapons.
You're doing well, I'll give you that.
And she goes in for another thrust. Jeez. Oh, that's cat. That is... It's high, but it doesn't make it. As, once again, she goes in, you can tell, surprisingly, even with the fact that she's using a shield, she is a bit overextending herself as she moves forward from the thrust again, trying to sweep for the leg. However, you quickly once again pivot on one foot and basically just keeping your legs extended and just keep kicking and swinging, just trying to keep your distance. And it's hard for her to actually get a hit in as she's basically pushed back again. Come on, hold still. Another clash. 22. Oof, yeah, that ain't great. I'll say, how do you want to hit her this time?
Sparta kick.
Oh, cleats to the gut. Okay.
Right into the
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Not really
As nice. Yeah. As you so once again, she's holding out her shield, playing a bit more defensively this time. Like, okay, all right, trying to get into the swing of this.
Actually, wait, no. Actually, I have something better.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Aim for the back of the knee. Go for a kick to the head, but stop right before.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So, as she's basically holding up her shield, like, all right, gotta keep an eye on this thing, gotta keep an eye on where his legs are going. Wait, where is it going? And all of a sudden, you basically just kind of pivot to the sides, sweep her in the leg, and manage to knock her on her ass. Something a bit of a shock down her spine. And as you go to basically bicycle kick swing, she isn't able to bring up her shield in time as she closes her eyes to wince. And there's just a slight dink of one of the cleats poking against her other cheek, and there's just which the cleats are still pretty decently sharp, and there's just a slight trickle of blood down the side. It's like, son of a... Ah! She quickly, like, using her shield, kind of clambering back up. Come on, you son of a... As she once again goes and starts slashing. Won't lose this time! This time she gets 23. Sorry, 22.
Damn.
As at this point now, she's starting to get a bit more used to your tactics, getting used to your kicks. You try to go for a kick, but she basically bashes the foot to the side and kind of knocks you off kilter before she's starting to push distance herself, basically using her swords and making a few close calls with a few slashes. But you manage to back up almost against the crates. Another clash.
Oh shit!
Ooh. Once again, 19. Yeah, at this point now, she's starting to get into the rhythm, and is kind of going like, all right, block, swing, trying to basically wait for an opening as you try to go in for one kick, parry it either with the sword or the shield. In this case, basically just kind of bringing up to clang the sword against the cleats. And then just kind of twisting your leg a bit and pushing you back on the ground, kind of spraining your ankle. What? Didn't manage to get some blood, but at least knocked you down. Holy shit! All right, back up on your feet. Let's do this. All right, 19. And she gets a 21. Once again, yeah, she's actually the more and more she's managing to she's been kind of getting the shit kicked out of her earlier, and the more that she's that kind of basically fighting with you, as young, impulsive, and passionate as she is, going in very aggressively. She still seems to have a bit of a keen enough eye to pick up on some of your, some of your missteps, some of your weaknesses. And apparently she learns fast, as once again you're kind of pushed up back against the crates, back against the wall. Another clash. 22. Ooh, might be able to even the odds. Nope, and that's a 13 for her. Yeah. As you're realizing, I'm being too, what's the word? I'm being expected, so now I need to be unexpected! And you just fucking, like, Dark Souls roll out of the way, and try to, like, basically sweep her leg, which instinctively, like, carries her back, like, oh shit, what the fuck?
It's time to unleash the power of the spell Nux gave me.
Nice.
Boosh!
Alright, so, another clash. Ooh.
I'm going
26.
I'm gonna burn an inspiration for that one.
Alright, re-roll.
Not that one.
12. Alright, this is 12. Oh, that's okay. Okay, it's not as bad, but nonetheless, pick what she gets. She gets a yep, that's a 15. Once again, this time she actually does manage to get a bit of blood on you. The blade actually ends up, it hits on the metal part on like the side of the boot where the cleats are, and it ends up sliding a bit further down and kind of stabs you in the ankle. Luckily, it doesn't hit anything serious like the Achilles tendon or anything. Yeah, that's gonna hurt.
So you said you can. How many hits does it take before it ends?
Equal to your con mod.
I have a con of 2.
Okay, so, as she manages to slash you in the ankle, kind of catching your leg in midair. Shit. Before you really get the chance to be able to get your leg loose and recover, she basically shield bashes you like right in the chest to knock you down flat on your ass and like you kind of get knocked back into one of the crates. Oh, well played there. God damn. All right. She just kind of takes a minute, just leaning back against one of the benches, and Callie, even with a mouthful of food, just starts like applauding, and Tondeshi just kind of gives just a nod of acknowledgement.
He's gonna stand up, like just frickin' crick his foot.
Sorry about the leg.
It's fun. I've had worse.
I can imagine. She is tired, but she just kind of like puts her sword away and just kind of tosses her shield down on the ground and just like you can tell she is a bit battered, similar to you, but she just holds out an arm to handshake.
Yep, handshake.
Well fucking played. I can't even imagine.
Strength check.
Oh boy. With an advantage, so even then it's a 12. She. Hang on, let me check her mods. She just barely doesn't meet it. Even you barely managed to come up on top of it and get a little bit more of a grip. She's even with how tired you are, you still have more muscle mass than she does, and you still manage to get a bit of a tighter grip. Just there, right on. Whew. Breather.
Sit down. You deserve a break.
I can go just take over on this crate. So we're going to questions now. We're gonna be in the audience.
Well, do we want to do questions now, or do we want to wait until all the fights are over?
I mean, I can talk. As long as you got water.
Well, I did have one question for you.
Yeah. Sure, yeah, go for it.
Besides pure combat prowess, are there any other skills you can bring to this establishment?
Well, I've worked with horses, and my dad was a blacksmith. I didn't do much of it myself, but helped to hammer in horseshoes. So I'm good with my hands, at least doing some heavy lifting, some bit of work. Honestly, most of my, other than that, outside of just, cleaning and whatnot, to be honest with you, didn't really want much of a maid job, so I figured I'd get my hands dirty doing a bit more with blood rather than grime. Whew. Really not doing it.
Nox,
Something at me.
you had a question or two?
To be honest, I don't know.
Yeah, eventually, eventually, like, one of the other, actually, at this point, Tondeshi just kind of walks inside and just kind of, like, grabs a cup of water to just hand to Alexandra. Thank you. Yeah. Admittedly, most of my younger years mainly did helping out with my dad, doing a little bit of blacksmithing work, but mostly just not a whole lot of hammering on the forge myself. Anything else? Anyone got any other questions?
Oh, I
for her?
have no other questions.
All right. Well, hopefully I didn't knock too much of the wind out of you for the others. If
Do you
nothing
think
else,
she
you can
has
say
any
so for you.
dreams
I've
in the
given them a better
future from
chance. And Callie just kind of gives up, just swallowing her mouthful of food, and just gives a bit of a smirk. If I end up getting hired, I'm gonna look forward to working with her. She seems fun.
Ah.
Right, so who wants to go next?
Dasher scoops a little bit of the kennel corn out of into a bag and hands it to Callie.
Oh. Save it as a reward after the fight. After the fight.
Well,
Oh,
so,
a
was it
poppy
Callie
one.
that
Oh, nice,
just
yeah.
that? Was it Callie that just got interviewed?
Callie's the dwarf. Alexandra is the younger human woman.
Okay, no, it
Of
would have
course.
been whoever just fought.
Okay, Alexandra.
Sorry.
She says, all right. What is this? Oh, thank you. She just kind of takes out one of them, and just, not bad. Not much like this. Yeah. Anyway, at this point, Tondeshi and Callie just kind of look back and forth one another, and Tondeshi just kind of nods and just gestures for Callie. Let's go on ahead. But Callie just kind of shrugs and just walks up. Alright. Hopefully, after eating so much, won't get too much of a cramp trying to beat your arse. As she just pulls out her warhammer. Do you need a bit of pick me up, or are you ready to start swinging?
I'm ready when you're ready.
I like that. I like that. All right, and she just jostles up and hoists up her two-handed war axe, battle axe, and she goes for a swing.
Ooh.
Okay, 13. Could be worse. Let me check her modifier, because she ain't no joke.
Man, when I started off so strong, I've become Derek. No.
Oh no, she got a natural 20.
Ah, shit.
So, as she goes to swing, you didn't realize how much that bit of a hit in the ankle is actually starting to get to you, and it feels like a little bit of dirt got into it, and it's starting to burn a bit. Just, as you go to swing, you kind of get thrown off kilter a little bit, as you very quickly realize, despite it not being, a spear or anything like that, she is definitely making up for the fucking reach with that two-handed pole arm, and she is just swinging like fucking mad, and is very quickly pushing you back like, oh shit, oh fuck. How the fuck is she faster than me? I'm working with my feet!
Fucking dwarf blood.
Hey, what of it?
Okay.
Ooh. Oh, she barely doesn't make it with a 24. As you manage to, with a final swing, you manage to actually catch the blade on the cleats of your boot. Tink! Surprisingly, rather than, basically taking in the weight, you manage to basically just kind of kick with it and bounce the blade back, just, ooh, oh shit! And very quickly afterward, you kind of take that momentum to kind of start swinging again with your legs, and start making some ground back into the middle. Oof! Like your spunk.
Alright, let's get flashy here.
Hey, but those are the best fights, aren't they?
Gonna inspiration that.
Okay, alright.
Whoa.
So that's with, that'll be with advantage. So then that's the 14. Oh, no, yep. Oh, in that case, 19.
Oh.
Well,
No, it's another 14.
Oh, no, yep, 14. Yep, you're right. As once again, she rolls. Oop, that's cocked.
The flash failed me.
And now at this point, she gets a... Ooh, that's a 13. I was gonna say neck and neck between the fucking values. As once again, now brought to the middle of this little makeshift, just kind of arena, with the line in the sand going back and forth between it. At this point, you're starting to push Callie on the ropes as she's starting to go a bit more defensive, using kind of the spike ends of the battle axe to just kind of like either parry or block, and basically keeping you from going too heavy into your kicks or basically stabbing yourself in the foot. But nonetheless, you're still able to make some distance and keep pushing her back. Another clash.
Gal knows she's a barbarian, so he's just like anticipating that rage.
Yeah, no, she ain't done nothing yet.
Alright, let's go. Oh shit.
That's a 9. And she also gets a 9.
Oh fuck.
In that case, both of you just tink, and you manage to quickly just kind of grab for the fence post and just basically hold up your boot as the battle axe just kind of clashes against the boot, and you just now it's a bit more of just a pushing contest, trying to shove back and forth. Another clash. Still in the middle, neck and neck, 23. That's pretty fucking good. But is she any better? Oh, that's a natural 1.
Ooh.
As you know what? Taking this, you just kind of look for a minute and just wait a minute. You just kick with your boot, and it sends the battle axe back for a minute, and she accidentally hits herself in the face with the flat of the blade. Just son of a! And she's like a bit dazed for a minute. As you start quickly pushing the advantage a bit further into her end of the court. Come on, now we're doing cheap tactics! Didn't think we could break the rules.
Hey, fuck.
Karma's a bitch, ain't it? As she rolls with 18. After you're just like, haha, I got her. Uh-oh. And once again, you're quickly just kind of doubling back into the middle of the ring. As at this point, she's just kind of spinning the fucking spinning the battle axe above her head, trying to get it about like a head range with you, and just like, oh shit, oh fuck, she ain't fooling around.
Let it rip.
Yeah, a little bit. It's like, okay, now she's just showing off.
Oh, well, 2 can play at that game.
Ooh, 26, okay. As she... You gotta be shitting me! Also gets a 26.
Holy shit!
I'll say for this, she also has a +7 to hit, and she rolled a 19.
Oh my god.
So you guys are pretty fucking neck and neck, as once again, every time you just clang, 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 just... For every swing you try to make, she parries, and you do vice versa. All right, this is getting fucking nowhere.
Well, do you want to bring out the fun toys then?
Depends on how big they are.
That's a good answer.
Let's add some gathered swarm into this.
Okay. Natural 20. Meanwhile, she's gonna rage. Oh no.
Is it another natural 20?
It's not a nat 20. I'm saying oh no, it's because it's actually not great for her.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Let me double check what the modifier for rage does, because I'm remembering.
I think it's just a damage.
Oh, it's just the damage. I couldn't remember if it was also the hit. Okay. So yeah, this is just kind of hurt. So as she starts kind of psyching herself up and getting into it, you can actually see a little bit of like you can't tell if it's either like facial tattoos or like something else, like either underneath the sideburns, kind of going down the neck, into her chest. But there's this kind of faint glowing as her eyes just kind of flash for a moment as she starts swinging. However, in that moment she took to do some chanting in Dwarven under her breath, you very quickly take that advantage with your gathered swarm as these swarms of various aqueous, aquatic creatures start to coalesce.
Sharks.
Yeah, a swarm of tiny sharks, almost kind of coming up from like the moisture in the earth. Into these various aquatic beings. They're like, oh, what in the bloody house? She's kind of snapped out of it for a minute, and she started to take swings at the creatures, trying to keep those back. And I believe now now she's back on the ropes again.
Well, when I said toys, I meant toys.
These aren't as big as.
Could I make
Can
I make a check to see what barbarian she is?
Sure. Roll. I guess this would be Arcana or. Oh, well, Arcana or History.
Alright, Arcana it is.
15. You're pretty sure she's a totem barbarian.
Oh boy, it's the fun one.
Mm-hmm. However, it isn't fun enough as finally the first hit is drawn. How do you want to knock something into her?
Axe kick.
Ooh, okay. So yeah, as she's busy kind of getting distracted by the swarms of water sharks around her, the school of sharks, if you will.
A shiver, if you will.
Indeed. Almost like a pod of is it tuna or anchovies? Fish.
Yeah.
Fish. Yeah. As they quickly disperse, for a brief moment to create an opening in the swarm, the cloud, to have your kick go straight through and directly into the forehead, and she just and she just kind of gets knocked back on her ass, just battle axe to her side.
He's gonna cartwheel backwards back into place.
Ah, shit, we're playing hardball. All right. Oh. She just kind of cracks a crick in her neck for a minute. Just picks it up. Do we want to keep fighting, or do we want to give Tondeshi over here a chance so we're not here all day? Whew.
He's gonna look over at Tondeshi.
Tondeshi just like roll insight.
He doesn't want a piece.
May I also roll
smoke.
insight?
Sure.
This job's not worth it.
7, damn.
Fair enough. Farron, he's like, oh, he just seems to be sitting there pretty calm and collected. Gal. It seems like as much as he's keeping fairly cool and calm and collected, just kind of looking back and forth between you two and just kind of, basically, assessing up your tactics, your strategy, your techniques and whatnot. He seems a bit intimidated by...
And to be fair, this is all without me using my actual weapon.
Right, exactly. That's the whole other part of it. Like, he's like, I'm not sure what I'm still gonna stay here. I'm gonna, follow through. I'm an honorable person. But holy shit. If a bird could sweat.
Realistic bird face.
Yes, realistic bird face.
Oh god, does he look like one of those, like, fucking birds that just look like they're always panicking?
He... Not normally,
Slightly.
but now he does a little bit. But yeah, Callie just sits up. We've proven enough how difficult it actually is to kick each other in the arse. Respect that.
Well, do we want to finish this off properly, or do we want to end the fun here?
The curry's getting cold.
Oh, that's a good point.
I can do this all day.
I can eat curry all day.
I've worked up an appetite. She just stands up. Stands up and just walks back over to where she was sitting, picks up the bowl, just starts eating.
Dasher hands her the kind of horn. Bag.
She takes it. She also takes a handful after eating a mouthful of curry. Just shoves the mouthful of popcorn in her mouth. Not bad. So, suppose you got any more questions for me? At this point, she just kind of propped up her battle axe upright. Now she's just kind of like laying her arms over the top of it, just leaning on it.
Yeah, Gal's worked up a pretty good sweat. Well, do you have any skills that you can bring besides just pure combat prowess?
Well, I've learned quite a few things in my day of going out in the frontier, exploring, hunting monsters, going into the Underdark, which that was certainly a treat. I can fend for myself out in here in the boonies, do some bushwhacking, do some, start some, set up camp, start fires, do some hunting. I can handle my own, and I got a bit of a jack of all trades, especially in more the adventuring and survival department. If you ever need a mentor to, if you ever need a mentor to train these younger whippersnappers on the ropes, I'm your gal.
Sounds useful. Alright, lads.
No, he's our gal. Points towards Gal.
Oh my god.
Whatever you choose to identify yourself with, I couldn't give it two shits.
From the window up top, just boo.
Yes, that was the admiration I was looking for.
Makes me so happy.
Well,
Shut
either way. Either way,
I just see like in Nox's brain, like the stonks and puns.
Yeah. Well, either way, suppose without further ado, I suppose if we're gonna be giving us dinner on the show, Dondeshi, you good over there? As he just swallows a bit. Oh, yes, of course. My blade is ready. As he just makes his way over. Makes his way over to standing in front of Gal.
Fucking god, it is Remus Kobo if he was a commoner.
I'm gonna put the toys away.
Yeah, you just kind of mutter an incantation and just wave your hand, and all of the aquatic aqueous sharks just start to dissolve and just turn to rainwater as there's just a ring of wet mud.
It just rains a little bit.
Yeah, now the dirt's just kind of wet around you. And as Tondeshi just kind of steps in front of you, he takes a moment just putting both of his hands together and goes down into like a 90-degree bow.
Gal doesn't know how to respond to that. He knows it's a sign of respect, but he doesn't know how to respond specifically.
Yeah, he just kind of waits for a moment before just like, oh right, not from here. Nonetheless, he just kind of nods accordingly and reaches to his side and pulls out the katana, both hands.
Hey, alright.
I do not imagine arrows would be much use, but I have my blade.
Well, ranged and melee. Having both are pretty good.
Your move.
I'm gonna wait for him to go first.
Yeah, he nods, looking at you. Your move.
After you. After you. After you.
All
I
right.
like to think that Kumal's having that conversation with himself in his room.
He's just providing commentary from the balcony.
We got
Rip open the window.
Navena.
What's taking so long?
We got Navena and Kumal just giving the play-by-play. It's like, oh man, that's quite a...
Gallery up there.
And thus, as this the typhoons just from the rafters. And thus, the gal has seemingly lost from the enemy's love of curry. This is not what we expected, folks.
What an upturn!
I'd also definitely make a megaphone for her to use.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, absolutely, sure.
I realized what's happening. Just there you go.
Yeah, she's just
my
kind of like
curry.
holding. Yeah, she's just kind of holding it in her mouth like a kazoo.
Oh my god!
Let the goods begin!
Can't you only use telepathically so it doesn't work?
No, she can speak.
Oh,
Both of them.
alright.
That's actually news to me.
We've all heard her.
I didn't know that she could speak non-telepathically.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, first roll, unfortunately, on Tondeshi's side, that's an 18. As very quickly, he seems to be he goes into a bit more of a defensive stance as you go to make the first swing. However, he quickly realizes he's getting pushed further and further back as he's just parrying and parrying and parrying with the katana. And he's just like, uh-oh, this ain't great. Going in for the next clash.
I feel kind of bad for him.
Yeah, he's just like, I did not realize I'm getting myself into, okay. 19, okay. And he gets a 16. As, what's the first hit on Tondeshi look like?
Hit to the leg.
Oof, neat. As you, basically try, keep up the offensive, going in for kick after kick. Your legs are really getting the workout, by the way.
It's leg day, motherfucker.
Absolutely, yeah. Your legs are starting to feel the burn of it, even with the enhanced ability. As you're just taking swing after swing and just kind of kicking and kind of half thrusting with the cleats, until eventually, you managed to knock with your foot, kind of kick the blade out of the way, pivot onto the one foot, and then with your other kick forward and just kind of knock him off onto the ground. You're a strong fighter, even without your blade. Respect that.
Well, this isn't me being serious, so it's a trial.
Understood. He just, and at this rate, he just kind of poises back up, blade ready. Another clash? 21, damn, okay. He manages to get a 24 as a...
Nice!
Yeah, now this time around, he's actually, he's surprisingly nimble, looking at, how he's kind of, like, pivoting and moving with the katana, just kind of going from, like, thrust to, like, slash to slash, just kind of moving further and further forward. You can definitely tell he's more of a dex-based, martial combatant than more so than strength.
I was just about to ask if he was using dex or strength for his sword.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's a dex-based guy.
Alright.
Yeah. Nonetheless, he seems very, like... It's his attacks are very methodical, very calculated, while still keeping a very very quick to move and pivot. Nonetheless, another
The
clash.
Samurai and the Savage.
Mm-hmm. God. And he gets a 13. As once again, compared to the more cold, like calculated and I hesitate to call refined strategy of Tondeshi, you're just going full, just fucking dirty tactics mode as you just kind of as you're pushed back onto the pushed back onto the crate, you just kind of do a bit of a circle kick maneuver, and for a moment just kind of like knock Tondeshi's blade back, where he just kind of backpedals a bit, and very quickly you just kind of get back up on your feet and start bolting your way forward towards him again. Back in the middle. 21. Okay, dear God. So and of course he gets a 20. So just barely now, he brings back up the katana to parry as once again your boot kind of bicycle kicks down, trying to kind of like knock the katana out of his hands, as he's trying to push back against it, or trying to move, either push against it or move to get his katana out from between the cleats, but it's locked right in the perfect spot on those cleats. That's a pain in the ass to try to move now, like the sword's fucking stuck. Alright, once again, clash. Top 20, oh boy. And now, unfortunately, he gets an 11. How do you want to do this?
Backwards cartwheel into an uppercut.
Okay, yeah. He just barely manages to Yeah, he barely just manages to finally pry his sword free as he just kind of like pushes against you. And using that momentum, you bring your leg down, cartwheel up, going into a handstand, and then just uppercut him with your cleated boot right under the neck. And there's a bit of a noise, just as he's just kind of knocked back flat on his back on the dirt, and he just kind of cracks his neck a bit back into place. Oh. You fight reckless, but well. As he gets back up on his feet.
Sometimes you gotta learn what you can to survive.
You know well the strategy of, well, tricking your opponents. As Tondeshi just once again, kind of just rubbing his under his chin a bit, just kind of ow, before he just kind of, oh, right. And then just goes into another 90-degree bow, respectfully. Before getting up again.
Well, you see, at a young age, I learned that if you do something unexpected, the opponent will tend to freeze instead of reacting.
That is true, and something I do still need to train.
Dasher hands him a bag of kind of corn.
What is... Oh.
Oh, wait, it's done? I thought we were still going.
Yeah, no, he got down with 2 hits, he's out.
Oh, never mind, then ignore that attack.
Yeah, no, he...
Daggerwall is down.
I'm pretty sure he was already out.
Yeah, his con wasn't the highest, unfortunately. But nonetheless...
Well, his con's the same as mine.
Yep. But nonetheless, after that, he takes the bag of popcorn and just, and just kind of, basically just, realizing he doesn't really have any instruments, so he just kind of pecks at it with his beak.
He's gonna walk up to Tondeshi and go for a handshake.
He just kind of cocks his head, but oh yes, and he reaches out a hand to grab it. I'm guessing you're rolling strength.
No.
Oh, okay, yeah. He just kind of takes it in turn. A taloned hand against yours.
He had the courage to, despite being intimidated, walk up and face Gal.
Mm-hmm.
Gal can respect that.
Most of those I fought were nobles and generals in my time in my homeland. I have fought bandits, but none who have fought as well as you.
I shall take that as a compliment.
Indeed it is.
You did well yourself.
Thank you.
It would be an honor to have you work here.
He just kind of like nods, kind of like not 100% sure how to take the compliment, but he just kind of nods, just nudging me. Yes, of course. I presume you have questions for me.
Also, just of any other skills besides combat that you can bring to this establishment.
Well, I am good with Hisashi at hunting, archery. That is my main weapon. But I am trained in a blade, as you have seen. If need be, I am also keen at stealth and hiding. Should there be need for an ambush here at the building. I hope.
Well, since melee combat doesn't seem to be much your style, how about I'll give you 2 minutes, find somewhere to hide, and I'll have to find you.
Understood.
I want to play a game of hide and seek.
Okay, so.
I was about to say, if you see Farron pull out like a fucking little telescope, alright, it's a competition.
Okay. I accept your challenge.
It's a game of hide and seek.
Okay, so I presume Gal closes his eyes.
Yep, he's gonna close his eyes and he's gonna cover his ears.
Okay, yeah, almost immediately. Is anyone else
Farron
closing
rushes-
their eyes, or is everyone just watching?
Oh, I'm watching.
Farron goes inside and then closes his eyes and ears.
Okay.
He closes his ears? What?
Impressive.
It covers.
I'm not at my
Uses his
right now,
hands.
but I'm gonna, as soon as I get back upstairs, move Dasher over into his room.
Okay, yeah. So, Kumal, you actually watch as all of a sudden, Tondeshi, almost like a blur, like a fucking blur on the wind. He jumps up onto the fence post, jumps up and basically grabs onto the railing of the balcony, pulls his way up, and then basically jumps up to climb his way further onto the roof. And he's all doing this surprisingly quietly. Like, there's no shingles are disturbed. Like, you can barely hear his footfalls. Like, he is fast and he is quiet. As after he basically moves his way above you and just disappears, and Typhoon's like, well, shit.
That was kind of cool.
And I suppose in that case, Gal, if you'd like to roll a perception check after you open your eyes again.
All right, let's make it a little fun. Let's cast Liquid Sentinel.
So,
Okay.
so if I may,
I see.
Dasher is upstairs, and he has left the lion door ajar.
Okay.
Just to make it so that there's more places to hide.
22. So,
You know what's funny? As I close my eyes, I look through the eyes of my familiar
oh yeah,
to see what happens.
yeah. If you want to connect your consciousness, go for it.
Oh yeah. All right.
In that case, that would be. I guess this would be Aggro's perception, technically.
What's his perception?
Well, let's see what he gets.
I would say disadvantage because the kennel corn pot has been left unguarded.
Well, if it was entirely based on smell. Actually, hang on. I'll roll a wisdom save. Okay, yeah, no. So Aggro, after Farron just closes his eyes, and Dasher leaves, you see, like, alright, it's like, alright, let's see if we can find where Tondeshi... Wait, what are you doing? As you see him fly over towards the bag of popcorn, and immediately starts, like, pecking at it.
Yes, my sabotages are working!
Like after seeing that, after being inside, I burst right in. I was like, "Hey, share!"
Immediately he flies back onto the well as if nothing had happened. Like, I didn't do anything.
I grabbed it and I tossed him some. But I'm like, "Hey, you share."
Nice.
And he catches it
wait,
midair. Meanwhile, despite the distractions, Gal, it takes you a minute to just kind of like walk out, like, okay, you're trying to keep an eye around, like, kind of looking around at the ground for any signs of, like, where he went. There's barely any signs of tracks, even. Managed to cover himself pretty damn well, but you, kind of barely make out, almost like...
Did Tondeshi ever put down his bag of kettle corn?
He probably after telling him to hide, he probably would have, yeah.
Right.
Would have set it down on the crate.
Alright, this man knows what he's doing. Alright.
Yep. So yeah, he it takes a moment, like, okay, like, you see like the very faintest disturbance in the dirt kind of going towards the side of the building, like, okay, did he go around? No, there's nothing over there. Wait a minute. You pull out Blubby and just kind of back up from the building a bit and use Brain. Use Blubby like a magnifying glass, and just kind of keeping an eye out. Behind the roof, you can make out the barest hint of brown feathers. of what you presume to be his head. Like it would take like it would take a pretty damn fucking basically he's pretty damn good at hiding, and it would take a lot to actually you know, he's very good at covering his tracks. He's very good at being quiet.
Okay,
And
I definitely want to hire him now.
yeah, and after like it basically only took you actually like barely putting context, what little context clues were there to actually like basically be lucky enough to actually spot him.
Would Gal be able to get up there?
I'll say roll for climbing, roll athletics.
Athletics for me? Nah.
Natural 20 immediately. Yeah, as you're just like, all right, shit.
Jumps.
Excuse me,
What are
Kumal.
these natural 20s?
Yeah, you excuse me, Kumal, as you just grab the railing similarly, not as elegantly as Tondeshi, but nonetheless, as you just pull yourself up and start making your way onto the roof. Almost immediately, you can see that little puff of brown feathers disappear down the other side of the roof and immediately start moving.
Oh, alright. Gonna follow.
Okay. I was gonna say, he realized you were coming his direction, and he's gonna hide again.
Alright.
18. You're looking around, you're like, alright, I found where he is, Wait, I swear to God he was here. And like where Tondeshi was, and you're looking around. Wait, where the fuck did he go? Like, you immediately pull out Blubby again. Trying to look around, like, did he go into one of the trees? No, like... The fuck? You lost him.
So I assume since I'm the roof, we're about here-ish?
Yeah, you guys are kind of like around like here-ish, kind of on the roof. You're on like basically this latter side of the building.
Okay, so I'm gonna assume if he's here, then I gotta put on my thinking pants.
He probably went back inside.
Who knows?
I'm gonna check out over here.
Okay. Yeah, you just kind of climb back up and hop over to the other building. Roll a perception check.
Then I'll head inside.
Soft 20. Okay. And you're looking around on the roof. No shingles disturbed. No signs of footprints. No, nothing in the trees.
He's good.
Huh.
Alright, let's go inside.
Okay. Yeah, you presumably jump down on like on this side here. You're making way into like the guest building or to the main building? Not the guest building.
Probably the main building.
Main building? Okay. Head inside. Roll me perception. Natural 20.
Again, dang.
That was a fucking bloodhound.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you kind of walk inside, taking a look around. And you barely feel the kind of like a brush of wind in your hair as your eyes turn up into like the top right corner of the room, seeing an arrow knocked, bow pointed directly between the eyes.
Oh, he's good.
Would you like to take your shot? He's gonna do a clap.
He smiles. No need. And he uncocks the bow, puts the arrow away, and jumps back down. If I must not be seen, then it shall be done.
Man, You managed to evade me. I'm quite impressed.
You barely managed to catch me. I must be slipping. As he gives a bit of a as much of a smile he can with his beak.
Open
Oh,
wide
dude.
smile.
I fucking love this guy. Oh man, it's hard to pick now.
Dasher Oh crap. Did not mean to delete Dasher.
Alright, he's
Oh
gonna...
no!
No!
Oh,
The
there it
circus killed him!
Oh god! His brain is just fried on the floor. Like
I meant to
floor.
delete the line that I drew.
You're good.
As Dasher
But,
goes back
he's
down,
gonna-
closing the door behind him this time.
mhm.
he's gonna gather, he's gonna bring everyone, inside so that we can all discuss those.
Alright, so I presume this is ending the guard interviews.
Unless anyone has any final questions.
Dasher grabs.
What are his plans for the future?
Well, that is uncertain.
Puts the pot back.
Should peace arise in my homeland, I will be considering going back, seeing if my family is safe. But should the war continue for years longer, which I presume that it will, I shall stay here. Start a home. Start a... Well, my family is Hisashi, but... Finding a family of choice, I believe you could call it. I wish for peace. Nothing more.
See Farron radiate to react to that.
Gal kind of gives like the subtle like, ooh.
But
The two tieflings look at each other.
No, he's like
If-
kind of looking away with the ooh look on his face when he
But-
when he mentions peace.
But I have seen the blood on the wall. If my skills are needed in order to defend and keep the peace, then so it must be.
I will say, he managed to evade me for a bit there. I only barely found him.
Only the blood of those who require it will be shed. And my skills are to ensure that is what is done. And he just takes another 90-degree bow. So, any other questions?
I got nothing.
Get inside, have something to eat, get some drinks. We're gonna talk out here for a moment.
Okay, yeah, and as at this point, just as Callie is finishing up her bowl, she just is like, "All right, shit," just walks back inside, presumably to fill it up again with whatever food is available. And of course, the two others just kind of nod and follow suit. All right, who are we thinking?
I want to hire him, but not as a guard.
Callie is a fucking martial powerhouse, I will say that. But her fuck comment.
Leniency?
Allegiance?
Yes,
What?
that. Seems flighty.
What makes you say that?
Well, she ended our duel over a bowl of curry.
comment.
It's not a bad thing, it's just something to keep in mind. Alexandra, she has a lot of learning to do. She has much potential. She does seem quite determined.
Tenacity, someone who's young, then there's the experience of an older barbarian, and then there's someone who seeks peace.
I quickly need to retroactively roll something.
Okay.
Because I immediately went back to my room.
Oh.
And you guys were playing hide and seek.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I could hear shuffling on the roof. What were you two doing up there?
Oh, in his attempt to hide from me, he went up on the roof and I followed him.
Ah.
Yeah. And I'll also say, for the sake of this, if you just want to talk about each of the different guard applicants, you could talk about this above game.
I like all of them.
So,
if I had to narrow it down to just two, I'd say either Alexandra or Tondeshi.
I would also like Tondeshi. However, if we don't hire Tondeshi as a guard, I want to hire him basically to teach us how the hell he's so stealthful.
Oh.
Basically as a trainer.
Yeah, I would probably say for that, doing stuff more within, like, mentorship, you'd probably need something like a Marshall Hall for, like, the proper equipment to really start delving into that.
Yeah, we need
Still,
a training
not a bad idea.
Anyone else?
How many of the guards are we actually hiring?
2.
Just one.
One.
Oh, sorry, 1. Sorry, I thought it was, I forgot. Yeah, you guys only were hiring 1.
Okay. I want to hire Tondeshi the most.
You like the dwarf, I must say.
She's quite a personality, I will give her that.
Definitely the most capable of handling herself alone.
Exactly, which is my biggest concern.
God, if I wasn't being careful, she would have kicked the shit out of me.
Between her and Todeshi.
Alexandra and Tali do seem to make a very powerful duo, so I think Todeshi right now is probably our best bet. Because I think those two Callie and Alexandra will do just fine by themselves.
Actually, one thing before going too further, eventually Tondeshi would actually poke his head out. Is it alright if I bring Hisashi into the building?
Oh yes, of course.
Be right back.
He is well
As long as they're
trained.
trained.
He is well trained, but he is probably hungry. And he just
But we're not worried about marks on the floor.
understood. And he closes the door again. Eventually, Hisashi comes inside.
I don't know. You do what you want. I have a giant bear puppy to pet.
I would like to. Can I roll nature?
Or what?
To at least learn a little bit more about this animal that's coming across inside the building.
Didn't we already do that?
I think we ended it on I think it was last session. I
was asking about its capabilities.
Oh, okay.
If I can
in that
see
case,
it.
Survival or history, actually. 21.
I will say that Alexandra and
Alexandre.
Tondeshi do have a lot of room to grow.
Yeah. But you were saying?
If we ever need anybody to teach somebody, or like if we ever need any of this group to mobilize, like when it comes to the caravan, there's no better person than the dwarf.
Callie.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
In terms
so,
of we're looking defense or reaction, Callie
We
is
want-
a
yeah,
shoe-in for
Callie.
sure. If we try doing things a bit more actively, like scouting or something like that, I think Todeshi has an advantage.
Yes.
But I don't think we leave the place undefended, so...
so with
it's-
Farron, with a soft 20, Komainu are basically a related breed.
Oh, we got raided.
Wait, we got raided? Hold on, what?
Got raided by a party of 5.
people! Hi,
Anxiety!
hey, oh dear. Oh no. Oh god, people!
Hello.
was not expecting to actually get raided. Hi. We're just the party here has their own adventure center and we're just wrapping up interviews for guards. Yeah. It's a bit more of a chill, laid back kind of a D&D session, at least for now. So if people just want to either pop this in the background and just kind of chill and vibe. Oh god, there's a lot of people.
Well, I mean, if we're new people to the stream, then we should go around and introduce ourselves.
Oh yes, absolutely. Sorry. Yeah. Wow, you guys are much more professional than I am. Hi. Yes. I suppose going down the horn. First off, we have Farron, or played by Keen, if you'd like to describe you and your character.
Hello, I am Keen. I play a Tiefling Artificer. And the best way to describe him in his class is that crackhead Primal Artificer.
Mm-hmm. They're gonna be playing a Maverick Artificer, which is a homebrew Artificer class we're working with, which has been a fucking time. Also, another thing for in mind. This is a very homebrew. Campaign. This is all a very homebrew campaign setting that I'm working with. Let alone a lot of the races and classes that people are working with, but nonetheless. So now, next up, going down the horn, we have the resident parent, or at least the most sane one of the party, in a manner of speaking.
Leader.
Yes, indeed, Nox, if you'd like to describe yourself as well as your character.
Back, by the way.
Yes, welcome back.
Nox, a half-moon elf twilight cleric that is trying to keep this party from killing themselves
Mm-hmm.
or each other. Either way.
Something like that. Fair enough. Nice. So, then next up we have the second resident nerd next to Farron, though slightly more responsible, only slightly. Kumal. If you'd like to describe, I mean, hey, am I wrong?
I feel like I'm pretty
Yes, quite
responsible.
wrong. He's a lot more responsible than Farron.
Actually, fair enough, touche. Nonetheless,
Touche.
you have the floor.
Kumal is a sapphire dragonborn wizard of conjuration magic. My social security number is 6. I'm here to vibe.
Nice.
Hilarious.
And I have 24 vertebrae.
oh yeah, I forgot. Oh my god, I forgot about that whole
What a
fucking bit.
callback.
Oh god, that's beautiful. Sadly, I think that was an inside joke from before the VODs.
That was session 1.
Yeah, that was session 1 way back, which unfortunately, I unfortunately, or somewhat fortunately, all of the D&D games I am running currently, I technically started them all before I started live streaming. So unfortunately, while there are episode 1, quote unquote VODs, which are up on the YouTube channel, youtube.com/natureclaws, shilling, do you have recaps of all the different campaigns? A lot of these different groups have known each other for a little while, and have a bit of experience with one another, going through thick and thin and some interesting shit before even the VODs start. But nonetheless, speaking of connections, next up we have the resident uncle-in-law, half-uncle, whatever it is with Kumal. Next up we have Dasher, another Dragonborn, if you'd like to describe yourself as well as your character.
I am his legal uncle.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if it was actually
he
official or
was-
not. Yeah.
Yeah, no. We had him
Oh,
adopted.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry, continue.
I am Dasher. the resident former assassin at this point, because I'm
Mhm.
writing my resignation letter.
Indeed.
That's
That's a whole can of worms.
Yes, it's a whole can of worms that involves several years of Dasher's life, not actually being trusting of memory.
Yeah, Dasher's been having some memory problems, but we'll get into that at some point.
Yeah.
Long story short. And last but absolutely not least, we have the resident, well, out of game, they're the resident shitpost, but in game, they're also kind of a resident
The resident shitpost.
Gal!
I'm just a shitpost.
Gal's not a shitpost, though.
He is a shitpost.
Borderline.
Troll.
Nonetheless, if you'd like to describe yourself as well as your character.
Hello, I am Galileo Mandrake, the greatest pirate on the north side of the continent, because I'm the only one.
You're not
Fuck
the
you, it
only
makes
one,
sense.
but not the only one, hush.
We don't know if there are any in the
You'll
Feywild.
be the only one. I think that's the correct one.
You're
Well,
the
fine,
only
but I'll
still
known.
be
until
the
I'm the only one.
As far as Gal is concerned, he's the only actual pirate.
Turns out
yes,
the Feywild is
I am a
actually.
Levistus tiefling, and that's about it.
Turns out the Feywild is actually run by pirates.
Holy shit.
There can only be
Uh,
one.
But yeah, nonetheless, the party just finished wrapping up interviews with their 3 guard applicants, and so far they have to choose one. Actually, we're hang on the wrong side. I can bring up what those 3 applicants look like for now. We have Callie, who is an older dwarven barbarian woman, presumably a totem barbarian dwarven woman, who apparently has been around since the first breach, aka the first breach into the Underdark. So she's seen some serious shit and is quite a veteran.
The image is not showing up on stream.
Oh, is it not showing? Hang on.
I can't see it.
Oh,
but
okay,
my
now we're
stream
good.
might be frozen.
Oh, hang on. I think.
There it is.
It got minimized
There
somehow.
we go. Now we're good. That's weird. Yeah, because unfortunately I do have to pass back and forth between 2 tabs. Because currently I'm showing technically a player screen for the sake of this, not the DM screen. Not showing everything behind the curtain. Next up we have Tondashi, who is a Falcon Kenku, who is an archer. Well, technically he is a ranger, but is quite experienced in archery, stealth, and apparently is also training his own personal animal companion, which is a Komainu, which seems to be some type of lion-like, big cat sort of creature. Which also to clarify for your soft 20 from earlier, Farron, to get information on these creatures. Komainu are basically, they're a relative, or a select breed, related to Fu lions, which Fu lions themselves are specifically, almost similarly used to griffins, well more specifically demigriffs, in New Arcaster, which are basically these, as large, powerful war beasts. In the case of Komainu, basically rather than actually, Komainu, depending on the scenario, can actually have either one or multiple horns on the front of the head, and can sometimes are usually reserved for like higher ranking generals or like a more kind of elite kind of units for like kind of a charging shock troop going straight in. Basically, they're a select breed that is usually reserved for like generals.
Holy shit.
Particularly on like sort of the northern side of Kamiyashi, are particularly well known for using this particular breed.
So it's a symbol of status.
In many ways, yes. And he basically has the equivalent of a kitten. Well, I say a kitten. It's about the size of like a golden retriever. But also actually, that's also another thing. I can actually show what Hisashi looks like because he is patiently waiting in the tavern. There you go. There's his pet. Nice. And then finally, we have Alexandra Wilkinson, who is a younger human woman. Apparently applied for the military, though was actually kicked out due to discordant behavior. However, she very quickly proved that she still had quite decent skill. If nothing else, had still quite a bit to learn from the sparring that she had done with Galileo. But nonetheless, while she is probably the youngest and least experienced, she definitely has quite a bit of potential. I suppose, nonetheless, I believe that's everything for right now. Sorry.
Yep.
Yeah, now that we're getting back into things, going back into everything. There are a few supporters for Tondeshi, a few supporters for Callie. Because unfortunately, out of all these, you'll have to choose one.
Yeah, I'm fine with either of them. They both bring a lot of good things to the table.
I would put. I'm trying to see if I can fit all of these to be kind of.
Okay, I'm looking. Okay, they're all
That
capable
works.
of fighting, so I completely I'm shoving all the fighting away.
Mhm.
Right now, I think we should focus on either potential and what other information they bring. Like Callie, like the Underdark invasion. I'm like, oh, I gotta hear that.
Yeah, Callie-
Alexandra, she can grow to even be better and grow even like further in her skills, which is something I like to see.
Mhm.
And then there's Tondeshi, that's just like Tondeshi, which is there's also a lot of potential, but there's also a lot of mystery and information. Basically, the best of both worlds.
I mean,
Like,
Alexandra was the only one to actually manage to beat Gal.
Actually, also, if you hire Tondeshi, you hire Hisashi.
It's a dog.
That's
Exactly.
two guards
Yeah,
for
you
the
get
price
dogs
of
for the
one.
price
He's
of
got
one,
he's got a
yeah.
pet. Technically it's a pet guard lion, but you know what I mean.
Tiger puppy.
Tiger
So
puppy,
so
yes.
so I think it's decided, isn't it?
All in favor.
Are we all choosing
I suppose first
Tondeshi?
off, all in favor of Callie first and foremost, because I know that was also a big one.
Nox is a fan of Callie.
Okay.
I'm neutral.
I like both. That's the problem.
I like them
Yeah.
all. That's the
All
problem.
right. Okay. Going down to who's picking who. For their main choice. All in favor of Callie. We have Nox. Anyone else?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay, so that's 2.
Underdark info. Fuck.
All right, that's 2. All in favor.
I'm thinking still. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, all in favor then of Tondeshi. That's 1.
Alright, yeah.
That's 2. If we got a third, we got a majority.
Now all we do is make
I
them
think I'm
fight.
the only one who could.
You are the deciding factor.
All right. Okay. Underdark info or the lands of Kobayashi info. Ooh.
There are 2 Dragonborn that are originally from that end of the world,
Well, technically you guys are from Kanareshti, not Kameyashi.
which is near
yeah.
Kanieshti.
They're
And you
technically
gotta
connected
stop
by
thinking-
landmass, but
You gotta stop thinking with your brain and start thinking about what would be best for the establishment.
thinking with your
Oh, for
heart.
the
There's
establishment.
also the fact that he literally is a stealth master and
Yeah.
barely was caught by Gal.
All right,
Just
hold
a
up. Do we
security
want to
camera.
let chat decide?
I mean,
Is there anyone
gotta
in
decide.
chat?
So far we've seen support for Tondeshi. Tondeshi squad. So
Like, is there anyone in chat today?
Yeah.
There's a bunch of people.
Yeah,
in
we got
chat.
raided.
Okay.
Wait,
here's
what?
the thing.
Yeah,
Chaos
that's
or
why
law,
we're going. That's why
everybody?
we're going through the interviews again. That's why we're going through the introductions again because we just got raided.
I think we could use some more lawfulness in this area, in this general area.
Mm-hmm. God.
Dude,
Almost.
are we in need of more law? I say, damn. All right. Fuck. All right.
Hey,
Yeah,
we
this
don't
is
care.
hard.
If
You know
gotta.
what? You know, I tried to make all of these characters at least be interesting potential choices, but I didn't think it would be this hard of a decision.
Okay, you. I
Oh.
mean.
Uh,
All right.
Make them fight.
Nature.
Make them
The
fight.
Discord overlay is showing on stream.
Discord overlay?
Yeah, it's supposed to be.
If
There
you,
are icons? Yeah, that's always been like
yeah,
Yeah, it's been like that.
So you know who the hell's
okay.
talking.
Yeah, I have
Ju-
that
just
intentionally so
making
people
sure.
know who. Yeah, so people can know who's talking.
okay.
Hold on. I open to the hall and say, Callie, what's your thoughts on orcs? Same with you, Tondeshi.
that.
Orcs?
Right.
I mean, are they good in a fight and they're not gonna kill me?
He
Yes,
gives a
and
thumbs
maybe.
up.
Fine by me. And Tondeshi just kind of nods. I have no ill will against those people.
What about the orcs that want to kill you?
If they wish to kill me, then I wish them luck
You
trying.
can try.
Good answer. Good answer.
Alright, Todeshi, shit.
I need to go.
That is a good answer.
Okay.
We do need more law.
Did we?
Good answer, Steve.
Are we locking in? We locking in on Tondeshi?
I think
We're locking on Todeshi.
Okay. All right. So, suppose then that wraps.
But I
it-
want to keep contact with Callie one day. I might want to talk about that Underdark stuff.
When we can hire more, please, because we need more.
I mean, hey, if and when you guys end up upgrading your building, you
Or
might,
getting that
yeah, you
cat
might see some of these
workshop.
names again, but they might end up off elsewhere in the world. We'll have to see. But nonetheless, I suppose then, yeah, with the workshop. I suppose then that finally leaves looking at the list of people. Because you guys are hiring 2 maids, 1 chef, 1 broker, and 1 guard. That leaves Roderick the Halfling, and Alaris the Ravenwolf Human for the 2 maids. Kurak the Knoll for a chef. We have Zyranara Turitato as a gnome for the broker. And then finally that leaves Tondeshi, the Eagle Kenku, for the guard position. Any last minute calls or last minute anyone have any objections? Speak now or forever hold your peace.
None here.
None here.
Okay. So, suppose then in that case, that's finishing up all the interviews. As you basically announce the people that end up being hired, there's cheers, and whatnot from different people, just kind of hey. Callie just seems happy looking at Tondeshi getting the job. She's not really pissed off or anything. She just kind of gives like a approving thumbs up as she just goes back to eating.
Yeah, I was gonna point at Callie. It's like, if you ever come back here, I'm gonna have a rematch.
Maybe this time I'll actually work up the effort to kick your ass. Maybe then it'll actually be worth it.
Maybe I might actually use my weapons.
Ooh, now that'll be a sight to see. At least then you'll be. At least I can see how much you're trying to overcompensate.
Oh.
Wouldn't you like to know?
Ooh, did I strike a nerve?
Not really.
Figured as much. Still, good talk. And she just gonna hold up an arm to basically do like the warrior's handshake. Just gonna grab your arm.
Yeah.
And she just nods. All right. If we ever end up fighting side to side, I'd be happy to spill some blood with you.
You know what? I'll save a spot for you.
Be happy to see. All right. Hey, this place serve any drinks? She just walks over to the bar, and at this point, Roderick just kind of rolls her eyes. I'll set up the bar. She just walks over. So, as the various some of the interviewees end up leaving, a few people kind of start lagging behind, just kind of talking amongst themselves.
I'm gonna grab my weapons and my coat.
Yep. Yeah, it doesn't take too much. You just see them wrapped up. You see your weapons wrapped up in the coat.
Fred, you fuck!
I forget the Black Dragonborn's name.
Oh, that
Or can't pronounce it.
His first name is Mulhuan.
I would.
Vuthakivan, Mulhuan, or Larash.
I'll go to Mulhuan and Eni, put them down gently, and then, do the information thing. Like, keep in touch. I want to talk to you guys about stuff later.
Yeah.
And we're just handing our business cards.
Yeah.
Mulhuan just nods. If I do not find any other jobs before I hear from you again, I shall consider. Thank you. And T just kind of nods and walks out. Eni just, Well, if nothing else, I would absolutely be interested in me sticking around here for a while longer. I have connections if I ever need to leave.
The letter just says, be my like not apprentice, be my fucking assistant question mark.
Well, if you ever have any questions, wonder how cheap it is to get a house around here.
As Eni leaves, I'm gonna go and walk with him for a bit.
Oh yes.
Letting you know that my friend is very interested, but
Oh, I know.
oh yes, but
But
you seem to be someone who I keep on hearing. You've seen a lot of things.
indeed, I have.
For would it be too much for me to ask what those things would be? At least something of interest, because I then lean over towards the ear hole. We're making an Arcadium soon. Just wait.
I suppose I'll have to keep that in mind if I'm still still walking around by the time that happens. He just kind of smiles and sighs. All right, you have one question, and after that, I need to go get some. Probably take an afternoon nap and then see about how hard it is to find a place out here. I'm considering. I don't know yet. I might consider end up staying around here. I heard there's a company here that makes various potions and alchemical substances. That'd be interesting to see. Plus, also being on the board of Nathan, after all.
Oh, man, he's trying to think of what to ask. I'm like, if you don't mind me asking, is there anything you have in mind that you could tell me? Because you say I have no idea what you have.
Well, what would you be interested in? I've worked under many different scholars throughout my time. Some interested in the divine, others in simply magic, others in trying to bring the world into a new age of magic and technology and blowing themselves up in the process. Luckily, I didn't run into too many of those who blew themselves up, and at least when I had to clean them up, it wasn't dead bodies I had to do. But nonetheless, I'm getting too long-winded.
Yeah, I was gonna.
My decision making is so fun. I'm like, oh no, now I'm like regretting. I'm like, oh no, we should have taken him. But like, okay, I have one question. Okay, you see, I'm an artificer, and
I figured as much looking at your ilk.
I am someone who's trying to understand the spirits, which is why I talk about orcs and such. So
I presume you're raised by them.
And I ask, is there tech or other people like me, tech who seek within the shamanistic ways?
Well, applying a scientific application to the divine, to the supernatural, has certainly occurred plenty of times before. As for strictly using machines to do such, depends on your definition of machine, I suppose, unless you count golems and other such things made of stone. Though that's usually applying more elementals and using them to power the vessel.
I see.
As for putting them into more metal constructs, well, I suppose there's the Warforged, though we only know much about the innovations about how those were created. Even though I did work under one of the those that were alive during the old worlds. Even he didn't know about well, it was a Kuradar gentleman. Even he didn't know about the intricacies of how they work. So I'm afraid.
You see, Baron is sweating after the word of Kuradar. I'm like, what?
Oh yes, didn't it say in the paper? I believe I wrote down I was working under one of the.
Completely forgot.
I'm trying to remember the name of the title. Sorry. Working under a one.
Baron forgot. Me, I knew, but like the fact that he's remembering now.
Yeah, Gal's gonna like flick Baron in the back of the head. Calm down, the bud.
Goodness.
Believe me, but
yeah, we're definitely.
I can only ramble so long before I can need to start getting tired.
Well, thank you for your time.
Indeed, I can't make any promises, but I'll see if there's a hovel or a small hole somewhere that I can I can set up shop. Farewell.
Alright.
He just walks out the door, walking stick in hand, and just walks down the road, following the rest of the leaving group of adventurers.
Gal's gonna walk up to Graves.
Look at my bags and my case. Oh, yes. Gal, was it? Is
Yes,
this
indeed.
the Earth Genasi woman of Elvish descent?
If you're still looking for work and we have a position open, feel free to apply. We'd love to have you.
Oh. Well, I'll see how far I get in my studies, and if I'm still have the time and the ability to do so, I'll certainly consider it. Thank
No,
you.
you're welcome.
Hell, even depending on how far I've even gotten in my studies, I might actually be able to qualify for an artificer job. I'll have to see. Fingers crossed, but either way, I probably should follow the rest of them. They're starting to get a bit of a ways. Yeah. Bye! She just opens the door and
Good
quickly
luck.
starts falling back with them. You too?
I'm gonna head back.
Okay. Alright, and then that just leaves, Alaris and Kurak. Not Kurak. I keep wanting to say Baldric. That's not his name. Roderick, thank you. It's Brerman. That's his last name. As Alaris and Roderick immediately start taking up, just kind of taking assessment of the place and just kind of look at themselves like, alright, which half are you covering? Which one am I? And it just seemed to be just kind of going back and forth. Oh! That's another thing!
I was just about to say we need to get her set up for the door.
Yes, I was about to ask. I mean, it's a pretty safe bet, but I figured to ask, who do you want to have cleaning your guys' rooms? So that they can actually access the private suite with the magic door.
I think you know.
Alaris.
Alaris.
We discussed this.
Well,
Yeah.
I just wanted to double check. I just wanted to clarify. But nonetheless,
Gotta make sure.
yeah. In that case, you just kind of have to wait about an hour or two for eventually Tiala to arrive. What's this about? Oh, right. People. Alright, whoever you are, madam, walk with me this way. She just goes up the door, and Alaris just looks kind of, tilts her head confused before walking up to, getting her hand basically scanned in for the door.
Gal's gonna join them and then just warn her about the prank.
Oh my god.
Prank? Excuse me? What's going on here?
In Kumal's room, we've hidden something. So if something weird happens while you're in there, don't worry about it.
I see. As Tiala just kind of has like a very sly smirk to her face, the Moon Elf Wizard, as she just kind of looks. Oh, don't worry about it, darling. I'm sure you've run into that sort of thing in your line of work. It's like, wait, what? What do you? What? Tiala just walks down the stairwell. Ta-ta! I'm really confused. She looks back to Gal.
You get used to it.
Well, I suppose if this is certainly got quite an odd cast of people out here in the frontier. Well, if I find anything odd in Kumal's room,
Well, it can't
that
be
in
worse than
mind.
on the sea.
Oh, you're. Suppose you're also familiar with a ship.
Yes, I grew up near the ports of Everton.
Oh, I think my uncle used to do work down there. Didn't really get the chance to visit him much. Mostly busy with father, running the river runs. But nonetheless, it's only. I suppose I haven't really. The boat I was used to working on was quite a bit smaller than some of the trade ships.
Yeah, nothing like a good old hypercane to get your blood pumping.
Hypercane? Is he just like kind of her eyes, her pupils kind of just kind of squint a bit?
Gal's got like the nostalgia like rose tinted sunglasses
Yeah,
look
just
on his face. It's
memories.
Like, the good times.
Yes, hypercanes. Splendid. I'll do a quick once over of the private suite, and then I'll get to start getting settled in.
When you're ready and all settled in, I'll show you everyone's rooms.
Of course. Yes. Oh, yeah, I'll start unpacking my things. As she just makes her way inside.
Oh, you want in the rooms? Yeah, or are you still gonna sit there? Talking to Typhoon.
Oh yeah, Typhoon? What? Oh yeah, like she's just messing around. And the crowd goes wild! Eventually it just turns back to magic smoke. Oh damn it! Damn, I was just starting to have fun with that thing. Alright, I suppose I should start moving things again. I'll have to ask Alaris if she has a spare pair of 2 hands that she's willing to give to help carry things.
I have 3.
Yeah, well, I don't need your help.
Squint. Insight check.
You think I trust you with sorting books?
Oh no, it's not the sorting part. That's your deal. I can just carry them.
I feel like you'll break them.
They're books!
Yeah! You've broken things that are more... Sorry, you've broken things that are less fragile.
How do you break a book? Like, you tear out the pages, but that's just...
I'm pretty sure you have done more you have more than enough strength to accidentally rip a phone... I almost said rip a phone book. Rip a book in half.
Okay, that's fair.
Especially when you're angry.
I'll be gentle.
She just kind of squints at you.
Gonna squint back. Mutual squinting.
And she just slowly slithers by. Well, I nonetheless trust Alaris's more delicate hands to treat these books much better than you could with your rugged, calloused, dirt-covered mittens.
Gonna mage hand her face.
Roll.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this roll?
No, it's not like, it's just like basically just like grabbing the back of her head gently with it.
Oh, bite me!
Look,
as
see,
she
try!
As she just goes to go up to the door, just like, oh wait, shit. Hey gal, I know what I just said earlier, but
Doc just completely walks by this interaction, opens the door, lets Typhoon in, and then leaves.
Oh, thank you. Ha-ha, nerd! She just slides her way inside as the door closes.
Calling, what the fuck do you mean, nerd? Oh wait, there he is.
What just happened?
Don't worry about it.
Alright then. That was weird.
Indeed.
But yeah, so, nonetheless. As Tiala is like just about to go out to open the door, you guys actually end up hearing, oh shit!
What? Hold up. What? What's going on?
Surprised you folks actually survived the trip! And as you're heading down the stairs, you look out. You actually do see 2 individuals, along with... Well, actually, no. We'll see 2 new individuals, 2 new silhouettes, next to Averos and Elenia, standing in the doorway. As now at this rate... as Averos picks up... I'm afraid most of the new workers have since been getting accustomed to their locations at the main colony. However, I suppose I'd wait until the interviews were finished to introduce some of the fellow what's the word? What's the common phrase? Compatriots and co-partners to a Nathan Apothecary. Of course, here we have Knight Balkian Alosh, who is the chief of security. As you look over to see this wood elven individual. And he just kind of is just kind of standing there at attention, kind of like half formal kind of attire with kind of like this either like thick padded kind of heavy coat, which you're not sure also whether or not it also has like metal platings underneath it or not. Nonetheless, looks like he has a bow and arrow on his back and also like a sword at his side. As he just nods accordingly. At your
I
service.
don't see him.
Wait, does the picture not showing? Okay, no, there it is.
Oh,
I.
weird.
He has a punchable face.
I got you.
Unless... And
Like not like super punchable, but like I could get a good smack in there.
Damn, I feel like the clap.
I'm not even gonna ask. And next to our chief of security, we have our safety officer for Nathan the Apothecary, Baroness Gwynia Passalor, as seeing basically just kind of doing a bit of a wave. Another wood elven woman, seeing this individual. Greetings and salutations,
Oh my.
everyone.
Hmm.
I hope we have a beneficial and amicable business arrangement. As she just kind of holds out a hand to like shake whoever's near closest.
Oh fuck.
Dasher will take it.
Pleasure to meet you.
Hey, Nature.
Hmm.
Not again.
Gal's had his insignia out this whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Your point?
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
Just guess there isn't one.
No one cares.
So, nonetheless, yeah, she goes to Shigen. I presume you folks are the, from what I've heard, the new leaders of this adventure center here.
Residents.
Indeed, nice. It's quite wonderful to hear. Have you given it a name? If you need any help with thinking up a name, I can always help.
Twilight Sanctuary is, I think, what was agreed on.
Ooh, that's not bad. I have to write that down. Now, is that going to be just for the Adventure Center, or are we talking about that for this sort of, you know, kind of gestures out, kind of outside into the little magical valley right down the hillside?
That was the valley, wasn't it? That we agreed upon?
Both?
Your name
Both?
is the Adventuring Center.
Both is good. I like
Yes,
both.
both is good.
Gabriel's kind of nods. Well, I suppose we'll have to talk with a few of our compatriots, though Twilight Sanctuary isn't a terrible name. At least for the records. As Elenia kind of perks up. As Elenia just kind of pouts off to the side. I'm afraid the term what was it? Magic wood, magic leaf, whatever you had in mind, wasn't exactly that. It didn't gain that much traction. As Elenia just
chuckle.
As Elenia just kind of pouts.
Wait,
That was good.
wait, hold up. I gotta do something.
Thank you, Kumal.
Alright, Gal does a
Glad
pretty
you
good job
didn't
of
name
holding
it
his laughter.
Noxlandia.
Yeah. What's the con check for again? Sorry.
Holding in his laughter.
Ah, okay. Fair enough.
Noxlandia.
You shall deem that as you see fit.
Oh god.
But nonetheless, Elenia seeing someone's eating into the mic.
Sorry.
You're fine. As Elenia kind of looks over, noticing Nox coming down. Oh, Nox, hello. Did you check out the rooms? I wasn't sure if you had the chance to, considering all of the interviews just happened and everything that's going on and all the chaos and whatnot.
She loves
Hold on.
it.
Roll deception.
Oh no, Gal. Oh god.
Guidance.
Gal's trying not to laugh.
Well, if I was being actively sarcastic, but I'll do it anyway. Deception?
Mm-hmm.
That's fair. Wait, guys.
Oh man.
Oh no, she rolled a nat 20. That's a 5.
There wasn't that 20 in there.
Assist.
Just sees a wide grin on my face.
I see.
Wait, hold on. Before I say anything else, is Navenna with us or is Navenna upstairs?
Navenna's
She's
upstairs. Navenna's
Okay.
up in Kumal's room.
Best
Before I
result.
say anything, I'm gonna say, hold on. And I run upstairs and I grab Nevena on her little pillow.
Yeah, like you see Nevena, this little phoenix hatchling, is just kind of like sprawled out on the pillow. Like there is a noticeable. It's almost like a baby seal just sprawled out on the pillow. Just like
There's more chicken than pillow.
yeah, it's like it's quite essentially Tubbs from the Unexpectables. There is incredibly
Hello.
chonky Borb just.
And I pet Nevena for a second. Because I know she probably don't feel good.
Yeah, there's a bit of a gurgling noise.
Red fat baby chocobo.
Yeah, I know she probably don't feel good. And I pet her for a second and I carry her like I have been on the little pillow downstairs.
But yeah, imagine the growth spurt though.
And I show her to Elenia and I'm like, I liked it.
All right, so now this is a question for Nox. Did she genuinely like it?
She genuinely liked the curtains around the bed, 110%.
But not
Hey,
the
Nox,
pillow.
thanks for giving me that
not
for the
rug.
sake of
pillows.
this, roll a persuasion check.
Just
Okay.
likes
No,
it for the
with
reason of being able to
disadvantage,
use
'cause-
it.
What Farron says.
What?
Oh, what was it, Farron?
Hey, Nox, thanks for giving me that rug earlier.
Oh, yeah, that would be with disadvantage. I'm sorry.
Oh, that had to go. No, I'm not hiding that. I'm like, that had to go. The rug had to go. It was way too bright.
There was. It clashed with everything in her room.
No, it's just too bright.
In that case, yeah, this would be beat persuasion check still with disadvantage.
That's
The
perfectly
one time
fine.
where Pink didn't go with everything.
Pink never goes with anything, gal.
That's black.
Pink only goes with other pastels and possibly neon colors.
21.
Hey, pink's a good color.
Actually, no, with disadvantage, it's a 7.
Oof. Oof.
Ooh.
But I want to make it known that, like, I didn't like the carpet, and that Nevena is on the pillow.
Anyone want to give her inspiration?
I will
I
say,
only got one.
I'll even say with
Kinda just.
I will say even
you know
with
what?
inspiration, it would be another roll at disadvantage.
But you know what wouldn't though?
What?
Because I'm not going to use it for literally anything else. Why not a blatant birthday
Using
gift?
your
Crit.
birthday, not 20.
Yes, because I sandbagged this and I think it's
Holy
hilarious.
Okay, if you're being serious, okay.
This is funny to me.
So, in that case, as Elenia just kind of like her ears kind of droop a bit before they just kind of perk up again, hearing Nox mention she likes it. You did?
The carpet, I must say, it was too bright.
That's fair. It was a bit of a long shot. But
No, it's okay. I don't like bright things.
yes. I feel like I should have seen that coming.
Wait, then I'm surprised that you can tolerate me.
You're
Sorry, I
You're
love
not
the fact
so
I love
bright.
the idea of Neven is saying that. No. Oops. No. Good.
Dasher looks at himself, looks at Kumal.
No, yeah. But yeah, Elenia just kind of picks up. So,
Nox is gonna lean over and like kind of whisper to Elenia and being like, the curtains though, thumbs up, good job.
Could you what? Sorry.
I was saying the curtains though, thumbs up, good job. Like she's like, thank you for those. Like those are helpful for me.
Yes. I hoped those would be well taken. So you saw the pillow and the note.
Then it's on the pillow.
She looks at. Oh, right. Oh, that's cute. She just looks at Nevena, just like there's almost just a look of like, help me.
I'm sorry, Nevada,
Hope you did this to yourself.
but
just.
this is a lesson that you needed to learn. Do
She
not
ate
eat
too
too
much.
much.
I was
I
gonna
see.
turn over to Dasher and be like, "Hey, is there any of that honey pork left?"
I think so. I put it in the ice chest.
I want it.
Oh, you didn't
Go
put it
ahead
in
and
the
There's
look at it.
food. There's food.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a bunch of leftover food from the applications. Bunch of leftovers.
I suppose in that case, if there's any leftover food, you could use an extra mouth to eat it up. If there's a spare table, and
But we did just do this whole big thing. I say this calls for a celebration. Why don't we all
I
have
was
dinner together?
literally
yeah,
just about to say, party time.
yeah, Abros is just like splendid. I suppose we could. This could also be a housewarming gift or a housewarming celebration.
Don't break anything.
I have no intention of doing so. As Balkan Alashbach said, no promises.
I mean, there's still a big platter
I
of.
like him.
There's still a big platter of like ladyfingers from earlier, as well as the giant jug of lemonade.
Yeah, there's still ladyfingers, there's still lemonade, there's still a bit of it looks like a lot of the curry was actually eaten by Callie. But there's still a little bit of that left.
Who could blame her though? Who could blame her?
Yeah.
There
The circuits, the roast, the spiced and like roasted porcupine with spinach. There's a little bit of that left. That was also a popular one. As well as also you know, the honey slathered it was pork with blood pudding and rhubarb. I believe
That's
it was,
gals.
yeah.
Anyone who tries to take it from is getting hit.
Yeah.
Dasher
pork
just hands you. Dasher just hands you the whole entire plate.
Yes, what? Good.
Yeah, it looks like most of the elves kind of gravitate towards the circuit, the roast porcupine. What's left of that? Though Alenia seems to be actually, what's Nox taking from what's left over?
Really all of it.
Wait. What?
What are you trying to do?
Ooh, what?
Trying to steal from Gal's plate.
Oh.
I
Okay.
see.
Hold up. Hold up.
Just-
Ignore that
yoink.
perception check.
So no, can I like I'm still trying to get that pork belly. That's really what Farron's
That's
been
what Gal is
focused on.
currently stealing the plate of.
No,
And-
Gal's
Wait,
not
that's the
even stealing.
porcupine?
He's just
Oh, sorry.
taking it.
Oh, yeah. He's taking the pork. The porcupine. That's what the most of the other elven nobles are taking pieces of. Though there's still some left.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure that Dasher didn't like blood sausage.
Like, I just want you to picture that
Like-
Nox has a fork, and Gal's like walking by, and she's just like occasionally, just like when
Yoink.
he's not looking, just like grabbing pieces.
No, I just
Just
imagine
free range.
like
Yes.
it's basically like frame cut as Gal walks past Nox. Basically like it's just a frame of just Nox having the fork, and then as it passes, Nox just has like a full on just hunk of the roasted pork on her plate.
No,
Hold
I'd
on,
like to
I have a
imagine
question.
that.
Especially after him showing off how perceptive he is.
I'd
Fucking
like to
right.
imagine that
Yep.
My-
she's just doing it in front of Gal. Gal sees it, but doesn't care because of how good the pork is.
No, this
Yeah.
is a nat 20. He doesn't
No,
see
yeah,
shit.
he don't see shit.
Not a goddamn thing.
Can I have a question? Could I like, if I can perceive what Nox is doing, can I have it? Can I like follow her lead?
If you can
Gal-
beat a nat,
Gal's
if you can
limp
also
has
get
started-
a nat 20, I mean,
Gal's
We gotta
limp
try.
started setting in.
nope. Close, but no.
Damn it. Well,
Nonetheless,
damn it.
yeah. As like
Ah.
Alenia, is there
Get bopped, boy.
is there any other?
Hold on. I get Tycoon to give me the assist.
Oh my god.
You
We're not familiar. Because we're
Hang on.
both hungry.
Actually,
if you're-
yeah, aggro would absolutely be looking at that. That's a fair point.
Can you give me that assist?
I'll say for the sake of this, sure, with a 25. So you would just
aggro is no longer. Aggro is no
I feel
longer.
like aggro wouldn't be able to do it stealthily though.
I don't know what that view.
Wouldn't care to be stealthy, more likely.
dex?
Just gimme.
He would see the food basically the roasted pork and immediately just be "Rah!"
But yeah, but his masters has the same intent, so I'm telling him telepathically, calm down. We're making this work.
Roll animal handling.
On it.
Gal's like, no fuckers, this is mine.
Oh no, that's no. Okay, that's an 11.
You want this? You're gonna have to fucking fight before it.
So at some point during the middle of the night, let's say like 3 hours into the party, Dasher just comes out with the pot that he used for the kernel corn, now full of cake.
Mmm. Nice. Nonetheless,
Well,
as Agro slowly seems to start unfurling his wings, looking basically like dead on at the fucking roast pork, you just give him a look fair, and then he just slowly unfurls the furls up the wings again. Like he was considering it, but he'll play along.
So will that assist? So the 25, it'll work, right?
Yes.
All right. So now that I'm following the lead of Nox, I'm like, all right, how do we get some of these small pieces? I'm gonna have to do a sleight of hand, correct?
Do I gotta roll a perception check for this? Because it's a separate instance.
I'll say, for hearing them,
No, for like trying to notice them steal the food.
that would have been the 11 from Nox. From Nox stealing
Well, they're
the food.
clearly doing something over here.
Nox was never even noticed. She's got a
Oh,
mouthful of food and nobody knows where it came from.
We're keeping an eye on the bird. 'cause
Nonetheless,
he knows the
Alenia
bird
just kind of
fucking
perks
loves
up.
Food.
Is there what food would you recommend, Nox? Sorry, what was that?
Nox running away.
No. Wait, is
Go,
Nox running away, or is, sorry?
No, Gal was running away, and I thought it was funny.
Oh, okay, I see. Nice.
No. Nox just has like a mouthful of food. And she's like,
Strategize, strategy.
There?
Oh, yeah,
What you want?
Let me actually grab Nox's token back over into the dinner.
Get in front row seats of this train wreck.
Thank you.
As Elena picks up, what was sorry, what was that? You couldn't understand you.
Nox just holds up a fork, and she's like, She's literally like, whatever you put in front of me.
Wait.
Oh.
Did Farron roll sleight of hand?
I'm about to.
Okay.
All right. If you're also trying to steal some off of Gal's plate, roll sleight of hand. That's an 11. All right, Gal. I'll say if you're roll perception check, yeah.
Oh my
Damn it.
Whoa!
Busted.
You slowly see a fork coming towards your plate, trying to get a tiniest piece.
It was him!
I'm sorry, but it must be done. For I will
Tycoon,
remember
take that!
everything.
What is that?
What's the FFDP?
That's my five-finger death punch.
Beautiful.
Oh yeah.
my god.
So,
Baron got bopped.
as...
Tycoon, take the hit! Which is why I had Tycoon there.
Son of a bitch.
Hang on. Roll. This would be.
Yeah.
I'll say roll persuasion check to see if Tycoon's willing to take the L.
Oh, I thought it meant by the diversion for the hit. To do a disadvantage, but that's still a 20, so oof.
Oh my god.
Fair enough. Okay. Yeah. No, that's gonna. Yeah, that's a yike. Yeah. So as you slowly try to reach your fork over to get it, all of a sudden, you just feel a hand, bam, slam down, like pinning your hand to the table, like ah.
How about a knuckle sandwich?
As Alenia just, oh dear.
Dasher walks back in, sees the dent in the table. Oh no! Our table! It's broken!
God
Dude.
fucking damn it.
Yeah!
I'm willing to bail Lenia out here.
That doesn't get you a point of inspiration. Anyway. So,
Damn.
Alenia just kind of perks up. I'll go grab some circuit. She just
I'm gonna do the connected consciousness with her. Just, she loves the pork.
Farron looks at Gal like he's like the older brother of the table, and like you know how like the strongest eat first during like the table, and he just stares at him.
Yeah.
Like, and he will remember this deeply.
Yeah.
Gal's
Alenia just looks.
Gal's,
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. You go.
Gal's giving the death glares like, fuck off.
Now you're going to regret this, Gal. You're going to regret this.
Farron will
what the
remember
fuck
this.
are you going to do? Shoot me?
Not through physicality, though.
Alenia just looks over to Kumal. I think
I'll hurt you
Wink.
emotionally.
I think that's a bit roll persuasion check.
The dangers.
That's not.
That's for
That's
Kumal.
not an innuendo.
No, it's the 19.
I'm persuasive.
She just slowly nods. Understood. And she is. Let's see what she's gonna cast a spell.
Oh boy.
I'm here for this. This is my quest.
So
Alright,
all
what
the
am I
Discord.
saving throws.
You
You know, this is a very memeable session, but I don't know what how to.
Oh,
meme
I've
it.
already been going.
I need to
town,
double.
so you
I need
need
to
to catch
double
up.
check what
Excellent.
the ability of this spell. What the spell does.
Oh, back the fuck up.
Go back to your channel, Mono. You'll see.
Oh right, this was one of the spells from Valda's, I think. Oh, that's not it. That's a different thing. Sorry, it's taking a bit longer. Yeah, you guys continue to talk amongst yourselves as Alenia
like-
is scheming.
You sure about that? After what I did to our guards, you want to try? You want to throw hands?
I definitely do.
Oh really?
I box Dasher. You think I give a fuck?
It's true.
Right, fucking right here, right now.
I
He
gave
sits
him
outside.
a kick. I gave him a kick to the kidneys when we dueled, and he didn't care.
All right. Oh shit.
Like, hold on.
All right. Fucking.
Gal, stop.
What?
Don't hit him. Don't hurt him too hard.
Oh, I'll
I
hit
fucking
you.
heard that.
You're gonna spill my tea.
Is the what tea? What the fuck tea are you talking
I
about?
have tea.
Oh, we're not going out here. Oh.
No, I'm fucking stay out there. I'm coming.
I'm coming to beat your ass.
I'm gonna set
Okay.
the food.
Yeah, at this
on,
rate,
like-
Alenia just kind of walks over to the table. Gal?
Yeah.
I think. Actually, wait. Sorry. What's Gal doing currently as they're walking outside the fight?
He's going outside to fight Farron.
About to
Okay.
beat the shit out
Okay.
of
Quick
her.
question. Did you leave the plate on the table?
No, of course I didn't. It's going with me.
Okay. God damn it. Yeah.
The last little pork, isn't it?
Or before he gets to the door.
I have a question. Is there a bone attached to that pork belly or no?
No, just hold.
Okay. Okay. We're holding.
Before
Holding.
Gal gets to the door to leave.
Beautiful.
I'm doing a thing.
All right. What you do? Wow. This session's going just full on off the rails. But fuck it. Why not?
We
What
needed
rails,
this.
man?
This
What
is-
rails?
We needed
Touche.
this.
Oh.
Beautiful.
Oh, you cast and hold person on me.
Oh, and you know what Alenia's gonna do? Cutting words.
Oh!
Yes.
And you know
What
what's
is he
even
called?
better? Edgar
Dude.
prepares himself.
Makes it worse for
Subtracts
you.
from your roll.
Hang on, let me double check how this works.
It's
But I
a
still
Could-
don't think it'll be enough.
Dude,
That's
get
right,
the ready.
Yeah, unsettling
there.
words.
Can use inspiration to make
So
pretty
it's
sure
her,
it's
it's her
before.
bardic. Oh god, I'm trying to remember what her bardic inspiration die is. I believe.
Oh, you fuckers.
Roll a d6.
Oh wait, she's eloquence. Never mind.
Eloquence
Oh,
fire.
no.
That's a 12.
Oh, that did it, I think.
That's
That
a 12.
did it. That's below my spell save DC.
and frozen.
So seeing Nox cast a spell, Alenia almost like taking cue, hand next to yours, also mutters an incantation under her breath, and Gal stops.
Nox is just going to casually walk over, take the plate out of Gal's hand, and say,
"No, Tycoon Negro, go!"
No.
Okay,
I am protecting that plate.
All right, in that case, we're gonna. We'll roll initiative for the sake of who's able to get to the plate first.
I have it in my hand.
Dasher is just looking at all this.
No, not
realizes the amount of laws that have been broken, even for colonies. Realizes that, according to the Adventurers Guild, this is very against the rules because we're casting spells in the middle of our tavern.
Okay, because Gal. Okay, to recap, Gal is currently holding the plate of roasted honey roasted pork. And as Nox goes to hold person and will walk over to grab it, that's when Farron goes, "Aggro now!" And so we have multiple people reaching to go get that pork. I'll say...
I'm going to kill Farron.
I'll say, for the sake of this...
I got a Glock.
Whoever's making a grab for the pork can roll initiative. Alenia's
since
you know what?
Since combat has started,
I'm joining
guess
the party.
what, Prox?
Now,
this isn't combat!
Yeah, technically this isn't going into combat. This is just to determine who is able to get to it first. Basically,
You're on the other...
I know.
On the other side
I
of the
know.
bar.
Don't worry. I know.
Alright. 7. Aggro...
I'm not actually grabbing for it.
Okay.
I'm just entering initiative just in case something happens.
Alright, let me check Aggro's dex. So Aggro got an 18.
If Aggro is going for it, and if I have heard Farron, I'm casting command.
Yeah. I'll say because you just cast hold person to start moving, that would have to be basically quote unquote next.
My initiative to get there. Okay.
Yeah.
Don't forget Tycoon, but you can't do shit.
You know what? Fuck it. Let's see what Tycoon's doing. Though Tycoon's currently just kind of like half grabbing onto Aggro's basically neck feathers, just like, oh god, what's happening?
Oh, Gal is
your bird.
Gal's
If your
happy.
bird eats
Tycoon got
all
a
of this
7.
pork, I'm killing your bird.
I'm killing Farron.
And then finally, Alenia.
I'm just watching and making notes to write a report.
All right. As time begins to slow, and everyone's heartbeat can hear them drumming in your ears.
Hey,
as everyone
speak for yourselves.
As multiple bodies move in to bolt towards this delicious honey roasted pork. Kumal, your instincts flare. The lightning flares in your mind as you turn to look over at this whole situation. What you doing?
I love when a plan comes together. So, reading a spell, it says up to.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to catapult the pork to me, just short of my range, so I can catch it.
Yes!
Oh my god!
Yes!
What's the range?
90 feet away, and then up to 60 feet.
Up to 60 feet. Okay. Or
60 up to 90. So yeah, I can have it just come short of me.
Now,
Okay.
how are you actually doing this? Are you taking the plate? Are you taking the actual pork?
I'm taking the whole ass pork.
Yeah, so you're catapulting the piece of meat, not the plate. So
Correct.
as all of these bodies descend down, trying to snatch this delicious leftover food, all of a sudden it just shoots off the plate in a spray of honey glaze across the room over towards Kumal. If you can make a dex check to catch it.
I'm not cleaning that up, Kumal.
It's check or save.
We'll make this an acrobatics check.
Acrobatics. Okay.
16.
Nice.
Calculating the trajectory of the arc of this piece of food while looking at the temperature of the air around you, and just running the numbers through your mind, you place your head exactly where it must, opening your. Okay, do you intend on eating it, or are you just grabbing it?
I was just gonna have it fall into my hands, and then I was gonna eat it.
Okay, well, I'll say for the sake of this, like a crocodile awaiting its open mouth, you aim your mouth directly in the trajectory of the arc as it lands directly in your mouth, and your mouth slams shut.
Ah, excellent. Lunch.
And everyone looks on in sheer horror.
Oh
It's
no,
beautiful.
Gal is
And-
enraged.
And as everyone's soul, as
Aaron walks up to Gal and punches
as some
him.
people's souls die inside, and at this point the whole
Asher.
person wears off as Gal goes into a seething, burning rage.
Oh no,
I
Gal
punch
is
him in the back of
immediately
the head.
decking Farron.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I punch you first.
As it
No,
okay,
no.
no. As you go to clock Farron directly in the jaw, that's where the scene pauses. That's where the scene basically pauses and freeze frames. As that's where we're gonna end the session for tonight.
You fucker!
Come on.
I saw an opportunity. I was like, wait.
No, I'm not talking to you. You're fine.
That's great.
Meanwhile, Dasher has
Gal's
taken note
attention
of.
has been drawn to something more important.
Question.
Meanwhile,
No, he doesn't plan to be bullied by
Oh, my chest.
the Gal anymore.
Oh, my
I will
chest.
fucking. There will be bloodshed if there needs to be to get some
There
damn
will be
respect.
blood.
Also,
Shit.
so
I'll
It
say
should
for
be
the
noted that-
sake of this.
it should be noted that Dasher is the only innocent party in all of this.
I'll say for
I
the
know.
sake of
Yeah,
this, we'll
sure.
probably jump cut to after the celebration is over and several black eyes have been made.
Well, then we should probably do the whole fist fight thing now so we can jump cut later.
Well.
Yeah,
well,
I'd rather
okay,
do
well-
that now.
Okay,
Just
well,
surprise
actually,
nobody
we
wins.
could do the duel next time, and then we'll basically jump cut to next morning to see who has the
Oh.
most black eyes.
No, it's not gonna be. It's not gonna be a duel. It's gonna be a fucking slaughter.
Well, I suppose we'll have to see how that goes next time. On
I will say an
Certain
incident
Cold
report
Iron.
will have been filled out.
Oh, you snitch.
You
Yeah.
fucker.
You fucking snitch.
You ass.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. There are several codes that have been violated here with casting.
Everyone
spells.
get him.
Get him.
You guys
No
don't know that I'm doing
witnesses.
this.
But nonetheless, I suppose we'll probably end up moving over to the general chat after this because people are gonna want to talk about
But wait,
this. God damn.
hi. Okay, so hi, chat.
Yes, hello there. I know
Hello,
a bunch
everyone.
I know a bunch of
It's
people
just
that
us at
came
this
during the
point.
raid. Unfortunately, did leave, which is totally fair. But nonetheless, hi everyone, and also
Oh,
all the
I'm an
people,
idiot.
and also all the people
I
that
could have
just
clipped
followed.
that.
Oh, actually, I think you can still clip the VOD.
Yeah.
Yeah. Either way. God,
That
it's
was
beautiful.
beautiful.
That is
Yeah,
beautiful.
fucking
But nonetheless,
glorious clip.
if anyone else is interested in catching up with us after the session, after we cut it off for the night, there is a Discord for the Grotto in the About section of my Twitch channel down below. If you guys want to just poke your head in and say hi and just do some vibing, do some chilling, do some of that sweet hanging outage. I don't know words.
Words are hard.
Indeed.
Can I make one request real quick?
Sure.
Gal did not roll initiative.
I did not.
Because he was held person.
He was
Yeah.
a
You should
victim.
still.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
the
got
initiative-
brutally
The initiative was less for
assaulted.
the initiative was less for combat and more so who has who could react quick enough to get to it first.
Okay, then I will make it known that the second the pork was gone, I would have dropped concentration
Yes,
because I was
and that-
concentrated on the pork.
Yep. That's when the gal got pissed and then fist
Yeah.
fighting ensued.
Okay.
Yeah.
Remember when I told Zainara that things would be chaotic? There you
Yep.
go.
Yeah. At this point, a few of the other staff members just look on in horror. As
Well, hey, hold up. Alris should be proud. We're fighting over her food.
Yeah.
At this point, Alaris is just kind of like just hiding her face and like, I'll go clean upstairs. Like, oh god, what have I done? Like, but nonetheless,
Oh yeah.
I'll go join you as Dasher goes.
Dude,
up to-
Alris-
Roger got front row
but-
seats.
But yeah,
Alris
anyways.
is like that one chef that like only shows up every so often, but when they do, it's fucking their food's golden.
Nonetheless, we'll have to save seeing what the aftermath of this.
How
party
is
like.
Tone Deshi reacting to all this?
We'll
let him close the
to
stream.
see. Yeah, we'll have to see how it goes next time. Anyways, that's where we'll have to end the session of Legends of Odera Strike and Clonire. And once again, for anyone who's interested, there's the Discord. There's also the YouTube channel, youtube.com/natureclaws, where the VODs end up going after. But hopefully it'll be coming up in the next few days, now that I've actually got the equipment to actually keep more recordings. I actually managed to get the external hard drive yesterday. So
Follow me on Twitter at the Crimson Fucker.
no, that's
No.
not. No,
No.
that is not any of us.
Nah.
I, mean,
Well, Twitter.
I technically do have a Twitter, but I don't use it a whole lot. Anyway, nonetheless, before we get too long-winded, because we already are, I suppose we'll have to see you guys next time. Legend of Odera.
Oh boy.
Bye.
See ya!